Oh, it says Me6 is telling the Discord that I posted a new tweet. Johnny Beane is live on Facebook right now.
Wow.
We should tune in. We should check that out. You know?
I'm waiting for
this. Don't mute my mic. I want to talk.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Yeah. 14, 13.
Oh, that was weird.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going on. Oh, hey, I think we're live. Hey.
We lose. Oh, this time.
Yeah, I bounced out because I was having audio issues.
He's back.
Hey, Neanderthal, good to see you, man.
Hi, kids.
Hey, and John B.
Hey.
Wow, John B.L. Dude,
I'm here.
It's his Straturday Night Live.
Yeah, it's yours. Yeah,
It's my
You
show.
should
Damn it.
surprised to see me.
That's right. But I have no control over anything that happens.
I'm sure Johnny Beane would be
Except
happy.
for the stupid shit that I say.
I bet he'd be more than. By the way, for the record, it was John B.L. who swore 2 minutes 40 seconds into the show.
Yeah, right away.
Soft ass.
I'm sure you'd be Johnny Beane would be happy to teach you the technical aspects of doing the show if you'd be willing to undertake them.
Well, according to the StreamYard folks, there are ways that any of us can control the show.
So Johnny Beane is keeping secrets.
That's right.
He's saying truth bomb. So are we going to start our own channel? Maybe move to Canada?
Eh?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
Show every Saturday night from my basement.
But hey, everybody, welcome to John B.L. Saturday Night. We're live on Facebook. Thank you so much. I got everything. Yeah, I got everything cleared over there. Everything's fine again.
Hello, Facebook.
Very good. Hello, Facebook, everybody. We're live on Periscope as well, which is on Twitter. So hopefully we'll see a few people over there. And of course, we're live on YouTube, where you can become a channel member, which is a sponsor. You can sponsor these videos, sponsor our treat streams, whoever decides to do those. And the top tier of the sponsors are the executive producers like Charles Green, Joe Christian, Thomas Santiago, Music Therapy Laz, who I keep seeing in the Discord.
Yeah,
Mike Neese.
I keep getting these things telling me that Music Therapy Laz has mentioned me in the Discord, yet I can't find where I'm being mentioned.
There's a section where you can go to your mentions.
Oh. I didn't know that. I guess I'm Discord disabled, I guess.
Man. Michael Smith, who hopefully we'll see tonight. I don't know. Captain Smith, David Ennis, and Steve Carmichael.
Steve Carmichael?
Steve Carmichael.
So yes, welcome. Everyone.
That's it, folks. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Yeah. So
Well, that
as
was
I
a-
was,
Not,
oh,
not
show.
again.
That's
Not
fucking,
again.
everybody was. The chat was
Wow.
fucking dead tonight. I mean, it was just.
Yeah.
oh man,
I
that was
hate
a quick,
doing this show every week. What
that was a
pain in
quick,
the
that was
ass.
that was so fast.
Those
Yeah.
people. I mean, you got I can't believe you get those suckers to pay you to do this thing.
I mean,
They
hey,
take
well, yeah.
donations and stuff, and all you do is mention their names and idiots, all of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Welcome,
Hey,
everyone.
hey, Andrew.
We've made a horrible mistake.
We
I see.
OMG, we're still on.
good to see you, Andrew, on Facebook.
Oh, over there, up there in the corner, it still says live.
Oh no. Imagine that.
Hey, everybody, we love our fans. We love everybody that's listening to the
I
show.
thought it
Thank
was
you for
5
joining us.
hours and 46 seconds. 46 minutes.
Oh, 6 minutes. Hey, there's
All
Steve
right.
Carmichael. Hey, man.
Steve Carmichael.
Good to see you. Thomas Santiago, Hugh Caldwell, channel members. Good to see you guys.
Welcome.
I posted a quick little video for the channel members today, pretty much announcing that next week there would be more exclusive live streams for the channel members. So if you guys would like to watch me eat dinner for like 6 hours,
It's always
tune in.
interesting. It's
Yeah.
Good watch. Good watching that.
It's very weird.
Yeah. I've done cooking streams where I cook my dinner and chat with people, and it's great.
It's enthralling.
Yeah. There's a niche for everything.
Yeah. So what is this? So September 26, 2020, midnight 09 Eastern, 9:09 Pacific. And who's here? Who's in the
Let's take a look.
We're going to do a roll
Who's
call.
participating tonight?
Let's look at the participants. We got
Tonight.
5150. Fly Guy, Jay Hannon, Black Salami, Brian Spalding, Charlie
that
S. Cobra
7
Kai
over 8.
Platoon, Hugh Caldwell, Janice Lala, Kurt S. 5150, Lenny Lou, Mickey Settlemeyer, Nelson Rodriguez, Nerd Halen, Renus Pinkel 69. Oh, I see what you did there. How clever. Steve Carmichael, Thomas Santiago, Thrash Metal and Fun Riffs, Tube Supio, Vistalite 1972, and I'm sure others will be joining us at some point during the evening.
We got Murphy, Mark FX. I'm looking at James Gum is here, Hugh Caldwell, Cobra Kai, Thrash Metal, Hellface, Lenny Lou. I don't know who you said, so I wasn't paying attention to you.
Thanks.
Mike
Thanks.
Rogers.
I was just trying to help you out, but don't worry about it.
It's all right. You did a good job. I just didn't pay attention.
Thanks. That's all right. I'll return the favor for the next 3 hours.
Hey, I listened to your show this week. Great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was very interesting to hear it because I've heard clips of it, but I haven't heard the live show. But you got a great show, man, and you play some good music. You play some good music, and yeah.
Thanks.
You guys did the what was it? You play the, what is it, 30-second rock challenge or something?
Oh yeah, did you
challenge?
How did you do on the song challenge? Did you
the
win?
first? One of the last ones hung me up. I couldn't figure that one out, but I don't remember what it was. So.
What day were you listening? Did you listen when we had a winner?
Wednesday, I think. No, I don't think there was a winner.
Thursday we had a winner. It was like $900. For those people that don't know what we're talking about, I co-host a morning radio program here in Phoenix, Arizona. We do a game at 7:30. It's called a 30-second song challenge, and essentially what we do is we rack up 7 songs and a clock, 30 seconds on the clock, and you have to be able to name the titles of these 7 songs in 30 seconds. Well, it works out to about 4 seconds a song, obviously. And the interesting thing about it is there's money involved. If you can do 7 songs in 30 seconds, we'll give you $100. If you don't do it within the 30 seconds, we add $100 to it, and we keep adding. It's a progressive jackpot type deal. But what happens is people find out that they only have about 4 seconds per song. After those 4 seconds start to go away, because we stop the clock when you get the song title right. If you don't get it right, we keep the clock going. So all of a sudden, as 4 seconds becomes 5 or 6, you find yourself behind the 8 ball. People start to panic. They freak out. It's kind of fun to do. And we've had people lose on the easiest. Like, what's the easiest song?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can think? We had somebody
Upper
lose
Feature.
on Proud Mary.
Yeah, play the intro to
somebody,
a lot of the
we
Van
had somebody
Halen
lose on Proud Mary, which was hilarious.
Oh no, there was one on the one I was listening to. It was obvious. Oh, what was it? No, I got to think of it. Painted Black. Painted Black. Yeah. You couldn't get it.
Yeah, and what happens is people that are listening, obviously the one guy playing is up against it, and there's money involved and stuff. But for the people that are listening, they find themselves punching their steering wheel and stuff. They're like, "How can this guy not get that song?"
Yeah,
and they're all and let's face it, they're all. I'll give you a clue. They're all songs we play on the radio. I mean, it's not like we're not trying to. We're not trying to trick anybody and like grab a deep cut. Like we're not grabbing like Out of Love Again from Van Halen 2. If it's on Van Halen 2, chances are it's Dance the Night Away. That's what we're going to play. That kind of a deal. So,
and do you start each song? Do you start each song from the very beginning?
Yes, it's not the hook. We don't play the hook of the song. It's always the intro to the song. And most people know songs. It's funny, like bands like Def Leppard or Zeppelin. Obviously, Zeppelin has so many songs that don't have the actual title of the song in it. Right. So all of a sudden, the song starts playing, and they go, "Okay, what's the name of the song? I know the song. What's the name of the song?" Right. Next thing you know, the time starts to tick away. And Def Leppard kills a lot of people. Boston kills a lot of people because most of Boston's songs sound exactly like another Boston song. So it works out pretty good. Wayno, I don't pay the pot. That's garbage. No, we actually get the money that the radio station should be investing in advertising and marketing our show. We put into the contest. They don't advertise or market our show.
So it's part of the marketing budget, I guess.
It pretty much is, yeah. And we don't have much of a marketing budget, especially now because of advertising revenues and stuff are down all across the board. Businesses are really hurting. So we're fortunate that we're on. Our company owns all of the rock stations in the market, and it's us and the metal station are number 1 and number 2 in the market. So, we're lucky that we're big enough shows. There are like 50 some odd radio stations here in Phoenix, but there are only 4 or 5 morning shows that matter, and we happen to be one of them, humbly so. I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great, man. You ever been on a billboard?
Yes, I have been on a billboard, actually. I'll send you the picture if I can find it.
Oh, yeah, we want to see that.
Yeah.
Have you been on the side of a bus?
Yes, I have been on the side of a bus. I've been on the side of a bus. I've been on a billboard. We used to have digital billboards, which were kind of cool.
That's cool.
That's what we have here. It's all digital.
I'm on the station van now. And the funny thing about it is the station van picture we took were like 2 years ago. So I'm 65 pounds heavier. So I'm like this fat guy on the side of the bus. I'll see if I can find the billboard picture. You'll laugh at it.
You got to update that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that involves wrapping the truck, and that costs money.
KXM Rock says I threw eggs at that bus.
Probably.
What was it? Death Proof in the Tarantino movie. That was part of the beginning of that. Was the girl was a radio host, and they played a game whenever they drove by the billboard of the radio station, whatever it was. You had to something. Good story, right?
It's a great story.
Yeah, thank you.
I was really engrossed in it.
John Biel.
What
are you talking about?
What was her name? Something. Yeah.
John Biel. What is it?
Damn it.
John Biel. How about John Biel? Hey, Kurt. Kurt Jeffries. Hey, dude.
Hey, Kurt.
What's up, man?
You guys all know Kurt Jeffries, the winner of Van Halen's Lost Weekend back in 1984. That's him.
He's kind of famous.
Yeah. In the Van Halen world, Kurt Jeffries is a big deal.
We all envy him.
And, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, man.
Live out the dream.
Yeah. Yeah. You've seen the videos where he gets the cake. He gets the cake in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's on stage. Yeah.
Those are some of the only videos from 1984 tour, the MTV stuff, and it was professionally filmed. You get the Panama video.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think there's a full version of Ain't Talk About Love. I think it was Detroit, right? Where he
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, yeah.
Someday they'll release like the Blu-ray of that.
That'd be great. Yeah, imagine if. Yeah, I've seen that picture.
Yeah, that was our digital billboard.
Let's see.
Oh, nice. You look like Andre the Giant.
Yeah,
I'm looking at
That's our Penn and Teller picture.
There you go. Almost look like you have a mohawk.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm wearing my Faber college shirt.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. So that was a billboard on the side of I-10.
So somewhere there's a 10-foot picture of your head or your whole.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need is my head to be bigger.
Whatever. What happens to that stuff? Do they recycle it, or I mean, somebody's?
Oh no, we do
collectors kind of stuff.
We do pictures all the time. Like we just did some new ones this week. They do these marketing things for salespeople. They do digital advertising now. Look, billboards. Here's the thing: when you drive to and from work every day, you pass probably 150 billboards. Do you remember any of them?
No.
Right.
No, I know what you mean.
So we sat back and went, hey, let's put our money into a better marketing thing rather than just a picture of us on a billboard, which is nice from your ego. And it's nice to have that and everything. But when it's all said and done, if you're not one of the 6 presets on somebody's stereo on their car stereo already, you're screwed. You got to. What you're trying to do is you just want to be one of the 6. Yeah.
Was that one a digital ad, or
that was a digital
actually
board? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have those here. So every time I drive up to Walnut Creek, I most of the billboards I pass by are the digital ones, and they're always changing.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find that. There's a really funny one where it's an Andre the Giant like picture, where Mark looks tiny next to me.
Hey, Cobra Kai.
Renus mentions the passing of Mark Stone, the original bassist from Van Halen.
Yeah, we were going to get to that, but you got it first.
Well, we got to go with the chat, so that's what the chat's.
No, I get it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, we'll certainly talk about. I don't know a lot about Mark Stone. I've read the. Obviously, he was it Mammoth, or was he actually in Van Halen?
No, I think it was Mammoth. Still
Mammoth, and then he was in the first version of Van Halen. He was the one that designed their first logo.
That's right. Yeah, I'll have to find the pictures of that.
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Of course.
Yeah. He I believe he passed away this morning, like early this morning, like 9 a.m. out here.
Yeah, that sucks.
I think he was in hospice or something, and there was rumors going around that he had actually passed away a couple days, like last week. But those were not true. But then today it was confirmed by his brother, I believe, that he passed away this morning. Here.
Yeah, we have a picture of him.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there's actually footage. There's footage of him. There was a documentary put out years ago. So that's him right next to Alex. And that's, I believe, that's when they're, well, I mean, there's Roth. So yeah, that's when they were first.
76, 77 almost.
When they were first Van Halen.
Right. No, Mike was with them at that point.
And that's their first logo right there that Mark had designed.
What year do you think that was? 73 maybe? Did Mike come in at 74?
Huh?
I don't know.
Probably, if I was to guess, I would say that's probably well. Roth. I think Van Halen actually was formed in 74, so I'm going to guess that picture's maybe 75. Maybe.
What's funny is, Mark Stone looks like every guy in 1974 ever. Like that looks like every picture of everybody in 1974. Him and Alex look like everybody that you saw. Like if you were to take, you could take Mark Stone and just take him out of that picture and put him in the movie Dazed and Confused, and it would be perfect. The shirt, the haircut, the mustache, the whole deal.
Let's see. Oh, thank you. Somebody texted this picture. Yeah. It's the same one. It's the
76.
same picture. I'm gonna say 75. I'm gonna say 75-ish.
I'm pretty sure that picture's in the Renoff book here. So let me see if it'll probably have a year on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's actually more. There's more pictures in that book. And yeah, there's a documentary that he was in where he was actually interviewed talking about Van Halen.
Looks like Ed's wearing the same. Is it overalls or suspenders?
Yeah, it's the exact same
photo shoot. This that's Red Ball Jet.
Yeah.
There, Johnny. I'm gonna send you the Goofy Andre the Giant picture.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Kurt S. 5150. Yeah. Yeah, he sent that picture. And then let's see. So yeah, Mark Stone. He passed away this morning, and it's pretty much it's hitting like everywhere on the internet now, and it's up on VH News Desk already. So it'll be all over the place tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's funny. He's kind of a footnote. That's the unfortunate part is, that version of Van Halen never really did anything. It's just sort of a historical note. It's great that he's got pictures in it, but he's kind of like the Pete Best or the Stu Sutcliffe of the band, where he was there before anything happened and never really gets any notice or credit for it outside of the fans of the band, which is unfortunate. But that's like, Al Atkins from Judas Priest, or
that was 74, that picture. So yeah, probably
okay. Yeah,
what's he playing? Is that a amp or a what's that transparent bass? The Ampeg Dan Armstrong. I don't think that's. No, it might be. It's got the small headstock.
Translucent.
Those Lucite guitars, the Lucite Dan Armstrongs.
Those are cool.
I don't know.
Those are heaviest.
Yeah.
There's one of those for sale at a local record store here in town, the BC Rich one. The Lucite.
Yeah, they made several of those. Epoxy, Lucite, whatever they're
really heavy too. I mean, they're really, really heavy.
I'd imagine, yeah. Solid plastic.
Yeah, but it's basically like a bowling ball.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
It's terrible. I mean, it's. I wish I would have gone. I was invited to actually a couple different things that he was at, over the years, and
he was a lot of the
I should have.
Did a lot of the Renoff stuff. Yeah.
Van Halen Rising stuff.
Right.
I think my copy of Van Halen Rising might be autographed by him.
I have the Greg Renoff autograph.
Let me check.
Awesome. Hey, Amanda.
Hello, people.
Because I think
Jay's here.
Hey, man.
Dude, you got me. I was like, I just go live myself. And then I saw the clock, and I'm like, have I been on this long? Oh my God, that was spooky.
I don't know, but is this Renoff and Mark Stone's signatures?
No, it's Emma Stone.
I have no idea.
I see Greg Renoff.
There's like 3 names on there.
Yeah, Did you have that? Did you order that, or did you?
No,
did you get it?
I think Renoff sent it to me. I didn't order it. I mean, we were talking about it. I think I got it. We did interview stuff way back when, and I think it was right around the time. Oh wait, my picture of Mark Stone is actually autographed. He signed What page is his picture on?
I was just looking at it.
I just flipped through it, and damned if that I saw his signature on it.
125 looks like.
Is it?
Although I can't see very well.
Put your glasses on.
Put my glasses on. I can't.
My glasses. There you go.
Chips, Jay.
John can't see. God damn it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
There you go.
in memoriam.
Oh, that's great.
It's a cool, and if, for those that haven't read it, you should. This is a fantastic book. Greg Runoff did a fantastic job on this.
Mm-hmm.
Really well done. It's not written like it's not written like you're being like a monologue, like you're being preached to. It's written from a fan's perspective, which I think, but very well researched. All the details are good. It's it's a good read.
First-hand accounts, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I was thinking, I almost felt, as soon as I said it's a good read, I felt like Damone. It's a good read. I woke up in such a great mood.
So who's getting food delivered tonight?
You are.
I didn't sign up.
Oh.
Nothing delivers to me. I looked it up.
I already ate.
Papa
That's a good point. Does it tell you, like, before you sign up, does it ask you like your zip code to see if like they actually do it?
Exactly. Yeah. You put your zip code in and it shows you what's open or what's available in your area.
Doing it right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Pascal. Good to see you, man. A long time viewer of these shows. Pascal, right there.
France or?
Yeah, he's in France.
Nice. Welcome, Pascal.
And you were there? You were where? Where were you? And welcome back to Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Everything's fine. And
all is well.
Está bien.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
Then here's that picture that you were talking about.
Yeah, where I basically look like Andre the Giant and Mark is dwarfed behind me.
Yeah.
That's a little freaky. Now you want people go, why do they call you Neanderthal? Well, there you go.
John, where do you see put your zip code in to find out? I'm on the
did you already sign up? Do you have an account? You sign in with
you do that later. All you got to do is like sign in with your YouTube.
But hold on a second. I just asked John if I need to sign up before I can see if they deliver, and he said no.
No, you have to. You have a YouTube account, obviously.
Yeah.
So you just click on sign in with YouTube.
Yeah, I don't want to like connect. Doesn't that like connect your account with TreatStream?
You don't want free food?
Well, that's the whole point. That's the whole point is you connect it with your YouTube, or you could connect it with your Twitch. If you're logged into your Twitch, you can do either one. You can do either one because all we need is a link. All we need is your official link to your TreatStream queue, and we post that, and hopefully somebody buys you a snack.
Interesting. I got I got one of those credit alerts this week telling me that my internet address was found on the dark web. So I'm like, yay.
Does that mean you upload stuff to the dark web?
No, it means that some fucking mailing list from somebody, from my internet company where they have my mailing list, my internet address got exposed or something.
Man. Let me try through Twitch. I don't even know my damn password on that.
Thankfully, I have several different email addresses. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, you can sign in with Twitch as well. You can do either one.
All right, I'll try. Oh God.
I actually had a cool idea. Either for this show or one of these shows. Because I'm trying to build up my Twitch as well. And John, you remember, I think Jay, you were there. I think we did like a test stream over there one night.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like one of these shows where it's like, 3 hours, 2 hours or whatever, do like, an hour here, an hour there.
Who would follow us from the chat?
That's That'd be the test.
Well, can you do like, the whole show on one platform like YouTube, and then just jump into the other ones throughout the show, or?
No, you can't.
Because
you
most
can't.
of our viewers are YouTube, so if you could do like YouTube and then say, okay, some of you want to go over there, or I don't know.
Right, you can't.
Periscope.
The thing with how we're live on YouTube and Facebook right now. That's cool. Twitch doesn't want you live anywhere else but Twitch. You can't do anywhere else. So it has to be exclusive to that. But I'm trying to build up I've got a channel. It's just called Johnny Beane TV over there. And I don't know. It'd be an interesting idea.
So in order to authorize,
here's why. I'm sorry. Here's why I'm saying this.
Here's why.
Here's the whole reason of that. On Twitch, we can do anything. We can play music. We can play videos. We can do anything over there.
Can you share the Twitch feed onto YouTube?
Later, you can. Not live, but I could upload a Twitch feed over here later.
That would be fun.
Everybody's
You have to
everybody's
work
like,
on
whoa. Yeah, we could actually play music. We could actually do all kinds of stuff that we can't do here.
That would be fun.
Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking, maybe next Saturday night, maybe we'll do like an hour here, an hour there.
So we have to sign up for Twitch?
Yeah, it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to get onto it.
So basically, if you authorize TreatStream to use your Twitch, and I'm assuming it's the same for YouTube, it obtains your email address, which I understand, but it also gets a list of all the subscribers on your channel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Does it say that? I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it.
Yeah.
But I don't have,
And
I
that's how
have
your email ends up on the dark web.
on the dark web.
Did you get to where you can put your zip code in, and you can?
I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it right now. Your delivery address and email.
Oh, I don't think I had to put I just had to put my zip code in.
All right, let's try it. Make sure nobody can see this. That's what it
Right.
says.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Dunkin' Donuts will deliver at 6:45 a.m. That's the next delivery I can get. Exciting stuff on Johnny Beane Show.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Search our treat stream. Yeah, nothing's open for me. So no treat stream for me. Anyway,
where are we? I've got so many windows open.
The good news is we only have 2.5 hours left to fill.
Sign it up.
that was a question for Paul. Suspended.
What?
There's a question from Suspended on YouTube.
Yes.
Was Neanderthal ever in a movie?
Yes.
You were.
Yep.
Care to elaborate?
I'm in a movie called Raider Nation about the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, that's right. You posted that earlier in the week.
Yeah, I was. Well, that's just one. I've been in a movie about the Raiders. I've been on HBO. I used to be an NFL, like an analyst for the ABC affiliate in Northern California.
Nice.
So I've done a couple
KGO.
of different things. No, ABC 10 in Sacramento, which probably it was in Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto. I worked with Dana, what's her face from she's with CBS now, Dana Jacobson. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been in a couple
that.
movies.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You got to install a stupid Chrome
extension. Yeah.
Why'd you warn me about all this stuff, guys?
And this is why it's easier to just go to the drive-through.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to add it. I'm doing this for the show.
Let's do it.
How committed to this team are you?
Well, I missed last week, so I got to make up for it. All right, treat stream is added.
Awesome.
Add new treat. What can I add?
We'll see. It should give you a list.
You have to search. You have to you
does not deliver to your address. Why? No, I'm joking. It doesn't say that. So it says select a food delivery service. Papa John's.
Do you have that in your area? I don't even have that in my area.
Yeah, and it's I had Papa John's twice in my life, and it's like the worst pizza. I'd rather
say today.
Papa John's is awful.
It's
awful.
God awful. I don't know what the hell kind of sauce they use, but it's poop.
It's awful. I remember when I first had it when I lived in Memphis, and everybody was like, "Oh, Papa John's is great," and I was like, "Well, first of all, I'm from Boston and in the north end of Boston, and you know, Jay being from Chicago, you actually have had real pizza."
Mm-hmm.
But in Memphis, Tennessee, Papa John's is considered good pizza because it's Memphis, Tennessee. So you get to other places and where they don't have, like, it's tough to get good pizza here. We got to get Ray's Famous. I got to do Ray's Famous out of New York City. And Papa John's, especially, and then they serve it with like the butter, the garlic butter to dip your pizza in. What the hell are you doing? Stop screwing with my pizza.
Oh, that sounds good.
No, it's not.
Domino's does that too. They brush it onto your crust.
And then they give you a couple of pepperoncini. Like, if I wanted pepperoncini, I would have ordered friggin' pepperoncini.
Yeah.
Just, you know what?
Good too.
Less I love pepperoncini, but less pepperoncini, less garlic butter, better pizza. That'd be nice.
I agree.
I'd rather eat. There's a stuff called Ilios up in the Northeast. It's like skating rink pizza. It's frozen pizza that you can get. It comes in three.
Yeah.
It's like,
is that only Northeast?
Yeah, you can't get that out
good.
here. Ilios is awful. It's like it's the same. It's the same thing as eating the Tina's burritos. It's awful, but it's great awful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's literally
Late
like
night
skating
awful.
rink pizza.
Yeah.
It comes in 3 sheets.
Oh, hot lunch pizza. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
It's 3 shingles of it. It's literally the shit on the shingle. It's 3 shingles, and then you have to break it into thirds. It's off, and it never breaks evenly. Like they're perforated, like you would.
And it's always in the sauces. It will always give you heartburn too.
It's awful, but in the best way.
Yeah.
Well,
they try and imitate beach pizza. It's like beach pizza. I don't North Shore beach pizza in Massachusetts.
Same thing. Yeah, it's been under a heat lamp forever.
Yeah. Cardboard pizza. Yeah.
Well,
it's the worst, but the best in the worst.
Again, this is pointless because the only 2 places that are available to me at this hour is 2 Chinese restaurants.
Okay.
So
what's wrong with that?
Chinese food?
I'm not eating Chinese at friggin'
get some teriyaki steak and let's
you eat it. You eat a little bit of it and then you put the rest in the fridge and have it for breakfast tomorrow.
Oh no, that can't.
That's what Chinese food is for.
No, that stuff can't sit in my belly all night, and I can never.
That's right. Jay has a weak stomach. So.
I can't eat like Chinese food 2 days in a row. Like I always say, I'm just gonna leave it. I'll put the rest in the fridge. It goes in the garbage a few days later.
Are you kidding me? Pork egg foo young at 5 a.m. You heat up the gravy, throw that over the top. Game on.
That's so good.
Hell yeah, some chicken fingers. Now you got my mouth all ready for orange juice. Ain't nothing but a swallow left.
Left in the container.
Shut the fuck up and drink. Shut the fuck up and swallow it, bitch.
Whoa.
So Johnny, it's another movie reference from a movie you haven't seen. Don't worry about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
What else can you get delivered? You said, is that the only one, Jay?
Yeah. I can choose Grubhub, Papa John's, or Jimmy John's, and Papa John's and Jimmy John's are both closed.
Right.
So well, then you can't choose those. Yeah. Cake or death.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Grubhub, which delivers everything, but everywhere is closed around me right now.
9, 10. Oh yeah, it's after midnight there, huh?
Yeah. God damn it. Oh well. It was a noble effort, gentlemen.
Hey, we have a Van Halen question.
You realize we're going to have to go back to Dane Zimmerman again, right?
Yeah, and the
willing to get delivered.
his delivery guy.
I love the delivery guy from Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, what was the Van Halen question?
Can anyone on the panel play Pound Cake by Van Halen? I have a drill. I do have a drill. I could play that part.
We can, but we can't play it on YouTube because we'll get red flagged.
No, I'll get Johnny red flagged right now.
All right, there you go. Jay's going to get us red flagged. Here we go. Are you plugged in? Of course you are.
For anybody that wants to know what chord that is.
What chord is it, Jay?
There you go. Hell yeah, man. Now we're rocking. That's it. That's all I'm playing.
Oh,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the answer to the question. Jay knows how to play pound cake.
Just that part, man.
The answer is
yes. All the, the verse and stuff. It's been a long time.
You don't have a drill nearby, though, huh?
Just in my never mind.
Giggity.
Yep.
Hey, Meg, 18 yet?
Zach, yeah, I already ate. I'm full.
Really, Johnny? Are you just
yeah? I had mashed potatoes with.
Couldn't go for a burrito.
He did the mashed potato.
But maybe earlier. If this was earlier in the day,
just keep putting it off till
it'd be easier to do those. You know.
Well, yeah, definitely here too.
Because everything would be open. Maybe I'll try it next week.
Maybe I could do on an 8 o'clock show, but I don't want to eat on the 8 o'clock show. I think that's just rude.
Mm-hmm.
How rude?
How rude.
Oh, that reference you get. Fucking Star Wars nerd.
Star Wars nerd. Isn't that Full House?
No,
it's C-3PO.
How rude?
No, it's not.
Well, it is. C-3PO too. I don't know why I went to Full House, but
Jar Jar
Full
Binks.
House too.
Or as the Johnny Bean TV mascot's name, C13PO.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Whoa.
Hey there.
In the house. Michael Smith, welcome.
Michael, you hungry?
Hey there, haircut.
I heard him.
Michael could order. It's still
Michael, it's still like 10
relatively
o'clock his time.
Looking good, dude.
Liking it, right?
I am.
Looks like somebody put a bowl on my head and fucking cut my hair.
Nice merkin.
Merkin.
Be thankful for what you have, Michael.
Oh God, how's everybody doing, man?
Good.
Good.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
Some
great
of us
to
are
see
very
you.
hungry, but not willing to get food.
Oh God. So what's going on with the food app? That's all I'm hearing about this fucking food app.
Oh, so that's why you came on the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm hungry, man.
Just looking for a free meal.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, I'm not too proud to beg. Come on now.
I know you won't believe it.
Well, hey, make a treat stream. Send us the link. Put the link in the chat. You'll get some
Sign
food.
up, Michael. Sign up.
So it's actually free food?
What?
Well, somebody's paying for it.
We have very generous people in the chat and viewers. So
Oh, really?
I think someone will. If you sign up and there's something that will deliver to you, I think we'll be able to watch that happen. Great viewing. Great Straturday night viewing.
Cool. I'm digging it. Hello, everybody in the chat. Everybody's people saying hi to me, and everybody. Most people don't give a fuck, but they're saying hi. Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, for a week. What's going on? Fill me in on all the skinny.
Mark Stone died.
Oh.
I heard. Yeah, it's horrible, man.
John Bonham died
40 years ago yesterday.
Oh,
Cliff Burton.
Time walk.
Oh yeah, Cliff Burton this week too.
I think it's like right now.
Yesterday, I think. Yesterday or today, depending on what part of the country you're in.
Well, 27th for me, so I guess.
died, what was it, Switzerland or
Gothenburg, Sweden.
Sweden.
Bus fell on him.
The bus
tragic. Oh man, and
bus fell on him twice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he didn't get thrown out and then it came back on top of him.
No, he was in the window. He was on the top bunk and got ejected through the window when the bus fell. He was halfway out from the bus. The tow truck showed up. They got a winch on it, got the bus up. He was still alive, and then the winch let go and the bus dropped down on him a second time.
Are you shitting me? I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah, they describe
Second
it
time.
in depth on the Behind the Music, I think it was. Or
Second time. Bus fell on a most un-rock and roll death ever.
That's terrible.
Oh my God.
Now, how old was he? How old was he? Was he a 27?
I don't think he was a 27 club. No.
Can you imagine that poor bastard? I mean, he's alive and he's thinking,
Well, he died on the 27th.
So on the East Coast, it's already the 27th.
He's thinking he might be rescued. The next thing.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, don't.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, he was still alive, and they were telling him to sit tight. And,
Whoa!
And then it fell on him second time.
And he wasn't supposed to be in that bunk, apparently, too.
No, I think that was supposed to be Kirk's bunk. That's the whole shortest straw thing. They did they drew straws. Nobody liked to sleep up there. The worst place to sleep on a bus, Jay, is Jay.
On the roof.
over the wheel.
Right behind the wheel? Yeah, definitely.
Over the wheel.
On the bus, it wasn't a
lowest level over the wheel. Worst fucking place to sleep.
I thought somebody said over the driver or something.
No.
I'm out of it.
Nope.
Thank you,
lowest.
Cliff.
Nope.
Cliff was 24.
Lowest level on the bus over the wheel is the worst place to sleep.
Because it's noisy.
It's uncomfortable. It is noisy. You hear a whine constantly. It's just a pain in the ass. That's where I always got stuck. If I go out on the road with a band, that's where they stick me. Like, put the radio guy over the wheel.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, wasn't the rumor that when they got home from the Master of Puppets tour, they were going to boot Lars? Doesn't Scott Ian talk about that in his book?
Maybe.
I don't know that story.
I remember hearing about it, because I guess one of the tours, Scott Ian was with, either on the tour, like Anthrax was with him, or he went to a show or something. And he says,
no, they toured for a while. I mean, I think Metallica opened for Anthrax early on, because Anthrax was already
this was
established.
86.
But this would have been
this would have been Master. So Master, they were opening for Ozzy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I remember reading that and thinking, like, wow. Think of the turn of events. Like, instead of Cliff passing away and then things going on, and they said that Lars took the steering wheel after that and kind of like got more business, oriented into the band. But imagine Cliff stays alive, then Lars is out. It's just a weird thing,
Well, I mean, Cliff was certainly a cornerstone of the band. Obviously, he was important enough to get them to relocate. And he was obviously the primary writer at the time. I can't imagine. I mean, he was the guy that he was a primary writer. I mean,
and he definitely made the band go more towards like a progressive.
Because he was a huge Rush fan.
Harmonies. He was big with the harmonies.
He was a huge Rush fan, and that's where some of the longer compositions came from. Things like Master of Puppets. With that big breakdown in the middle and everything like that. That's not something that band would have ever written on their own. They were not as musically developed as Cliff was. He was certainly a far better musician than anyone else in the band at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he was 24 in 86.
And there are arguments to be made that they haven't been as good since. They're foolish arguments, but they're arguments.
Mm-hmm. He definitely set him on the course, though, like you said, Paul.
No. I mean, you listen to stuff like Call of Cthulhu and Master of Puppets, and
even watch the interviews, MTV or whatever. Cliff does he almost dominates a lot of the interviews, so he was definitely the big a driving force for the.
He was the smartest guy in the band. He was the smartest. I mean, let's face it. When they first came around, Lars and James were just kids.
Yeah.
It looks like Mark Stone. I'm thinking of
yes.
that picture, that image. Yeah,
he does look like Mark Stone. There's a great example of that same exact picture. No, Cliff was a mastermind at that period of time. I mean, look, there's a huge difference between what you hear on Kill 'Em All. There's obviously a growth from Kill 'Em All to Ride the Lightning to Master of Puppets. I mean, you can watch that snowball get bigger.
Leaps. Yeah,
snowball get bigger. The more Cliff was involved, the better that band got.
thrash metal brings up Orion, one of my probably my favorite Metallica song, and definitely Cliff heavy on that
Disposable
song.
Heroes. Jesus, what a great song.
Yeah.
I mean,
Disposable Heroes had a huge impact in my right hand picking. Big time.
Of course it did. Yeah. No, I mean, Master of Puppets is the greatest thrash album of all time.
Creeping Death.
You could argue it, but you'd be wrong. It's the greatest thrash album of all time, start to finish it.
Creeping Death is great. That was Ride the Lightning, right?
No. Oh yeah, Creeping Death is Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, Death is crazy good, man.
Yeah. No, I mean,
what made me think about that was Jay saying the picking. You know,
I mean, I still have my Megaforce copy of Ride the Lightning on cassette. It's so worn out. I mean, just think about when you hear the beginning of Fight Fire with Fire, and it's like this Baroque thing, and it's beautiful, and then that these cymbals come in, and then they kick into Fight Fire with Fire. I mean, Jesus Christ!
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know if it came through.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
battery. No.
That's Fight Fire with
Fire. Fire with Fire.
Sorry, yep.
With Fire.
Fight Fire with Fire.
You also die.
You also die. You beat me.
Ride the Lightning was like their fair warning, I think, or I don't know. It was like, you know, the second. Well, obviously the second album, but it was almost the breakthrough album.
No, Ride the Lightning was the breakthrough. Ride the Lightning was the thing that got him to sign to Elektra. It was things like For Whom the Bell Tolls and Fade to Black that got them that deal. Those songs were clearly leaps and bounds ahead of the competition. Other bands, Anthrax was doing it. Obviously, Megadeth was doing it. There were some bands, Slayer, were all doing the thrash thing. But when you heard stuff like Fade to Black and the construction of For Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica was clearly better than their peers.
The composition.
And Elektra went, yes, we must have that.
Yeah, the composition of the songs, like you're saying earlier, Paul. I mean, just because he was so much into Rush. I mean, come on, really, just the intricacy of
who else was doing like the acoustic intro or the almost Fade to Black
Metal Church.
Yeah.
Metal Church were doing something similar to that up there in the Pacific Northwest, but again, Metal Church would never
did a lot of that.
Yeah,
right?
They would never have got and that's the thing. Cliff was a big Maiden fan, as was Lars. I mean, obviously, Maiden were much bigger in Europe than they were in the United States at the time. Remember, Maiden didn't really hit in the United States until 85.
Yeah,
Number of the Beast was still an underground thing. Peace of Mind was still an underground thing. It wasn't until Power Slave and 2 Minutes to Midnight and then the Live After Death concert that Maiden started to become aware to the mainstream here in the United States.
Yeah, in the mainstream, but the underground. I remember when the first album came out. I mean, I followed them since the first album with Diano. So
but they were still sort of a name drop.
Though, yeah.
I mean, Number of the Beast was a masterpiece, but it was a masterpiece like Motorhead. Masterpiece, sort of under the radar. Yeah. Once 2 Minutes to Midnight came out and Run to the Hills, obviously, when the video for Run to the Hills came out, which didn't come out until MTV didn't start playing that until years after the record.
Was that the video with the Indians?
The Indians
with the bow and arrows. That was That's a great video.
And I mean, back then we mentioned this on a previous show. You found out about that through cassette swapping.
Yep. That's how Metallica would. I mean, let's face it. All of that.
I found out about them.
Yeah. That's how I found out about them.
Yeah. Iron Maiden too. Same thing. Check these guys out.
On the Maiden is great because I found out about Maiden by the album covers.
Oh, the awesome artwork, Eddie.
Yeah. You'd flip through the record, you go, "Oh my God, this looks awesome," and you just buy it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Maiden and Saxon, I would never have known about either of those bands if I hadn't seen the album covers.
Yeah, and let's go back a little earlier. Kiss, same thing, man. Exactly.
Yep.
That's how I was with Van Halen when I bought 5150, and then I bought the first album, and then after that, it was whatever album cover was the coolest. I bought. until I had them all.
You bought by them, Johnny, 5150?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the very first one that I got.
Cool.
I remember buying Van Halen 2 and thinking it was because at the time, the first album I brought was probably 5150 as well. And I thought Van Halen 2 was Van Halen with Sammy Hagar because it was like the second.
Oh, so you came up with the 3 idea.
Yeah, I came up with the 3 idea. Yeah.
Hey, wait, guys, hold on a second. I thought Van Halen. I think you should do Van Halen.
Well, I was 12 years old, so I had no clue. I knew about Jump in 1984, but
might as well. Hold on a second. There was a comment I wanted to read a second ago. Halfay says, he has a pretty good point here. I kind of see what he's saying. I think Ride the Lightning is the innovator and Puppets is the sequel. It's better, but it's a continuation from the same thing. Yeah, that has it. The way the songs are, the structures.
Yeah.
I can totally see. To me, Ride the Lightning is like the first Metallica record where they actually like became Metallica. You know?
Sure. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the one that got them their deal with Elektra because of the song structures.
But I'm just saying, as far as the style and as far as what they sound like, that was like, okay, we know what we are now. Like this is it's us.
Was it the same producer on Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning?
Mm-mm. No, Fleming Rasmussen did Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. And there's again, and maybe Jay would either back this up or refute it. I think that Fleming Rasmussen was the sound of Metallica at the time. That scooped mids, that crunchiness. When Fleming stopped being the guy that was twisting the knobs, Metallica's sound changed. They weren't sonically, they didn't sound the same, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, I think to me, those early records, especially Ride the Lightning and even Master, even though Master of Puppets does sound awesome, to me, it still has that 80s metal type of haze over it. It's just not, locked in like it ended up becoming, especially on Justice. I mean, Justice, I think, is what kind of helped, especially with the kick drum.
Fleming did that record too.
Yeah, but he didn't mix it. Who's the guy that mixed it? Whatever his name is. But anyway, especially the kick drum on Justice, that was like the start of that super clicky,
punchy,
tight kick drum sound in metal, and I think that kind of carried it even until today.
Mm-hmm.
But that bass guitar,
yeah.
What bass guitar?
Yeah.
I always thought the snare was so dry on that record. I mean, Lars has done a lot with his drums over the years that has been questionable with regard to sonic,
Yeah.
If Bob Rock is the guy that obviously got the massive sound, that's why he ended up doing the Black Albums, because of the sound he got on Dr. Feelgood.
Yes.
And the Cult Sonic Temple record and those records those huge drum sounds. Metallica wanted that.
Yeah, they clearly spent a lot of time mixing the drums on that on Black.
Yep.
What
were we talking about?
I don't know.
I heard drums. Who said? Did somebody say that the Load album was the best sounding drums? Did I hear that?
No, the Black Album is the best sounding drums.
No, I was gonna say though, what was the mix of Garage Days like? That was Jason's first album, right?
It's cool.
590,
I think it's cool. It cuts through.
Yeah. My favorite song on that record is Crash Course
in
the
Honeymoon Period.
Oh God, that is so good.
Crash Course in Brain Surgery is phenomenal on that record. Just the groove is
down.
Yep. Yeah, that groove.
There you go.
I don't want to mess it up.
Hey, Clayton.
Clayton, today is
Welcome,
Straturday.
Man. That's right, man. Clayton.
Strunday here, or something like that.
Bruce brings up Gene Hoglan from Death. Gene Hoglan is a fantastic drummer, and his work in Strapping Young Lad is beyond phenomenal. But I would also put early Shannon Larkin in there as well from Wrathchild America. Shannon, whose drum talents are wasted in Godsmack, is a phenomenal drummer and doesn't get the credit he deserves. He was in Wrathchild, he had Souls at Zero, he was in Amen. Fantastic drummer. He was also on a terrible Ugly Kid Joe record.
Not the good one.
No.
I just know that one song they did. That's it.
I hate everything. Was that it? I hate everything about you. Was that a good joke? And they had another hit too. What was it?
Their cover of Cats in the Cradle.
Cats in the Cradle.
Oh, really? They did one of those?
3 chords, right? That's all you need.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. That's it.
And it's funny because there's a guitar line in there that's essentially the guitar line to "Sweet Child of Mine."
Is there?
Yeah.
It wasn't original music. Well, it was original songs, but the ideas weren't original.
No.
What part?
The chords weren't original.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's absolutely. Yeah, but at the end of at the part right before it goes into the second part of that, you can hear it. You can hear they play a guitar line that's clearly the intro to "Sweet Child of Mine," and it's probably done tongue in cheek because the guys in Ugly Kid Joe can actually play.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Neighbor is a great song. Neighbor's a fantastic song on that record. Too Bad on the EP from Ugly Kid Joe is good. The EP was before America's Least Wanted was better than the actual album.
Yes, Kurt 5150 says Bob Rock did A Little Ain't Enough as well. He did. You can tell by the snare drum. Big time.
Yeah, Bob Rock has done just fine for himself. He's been on some fantastic records and he's been on some not so fantastic records, but he's done a bunch of cult records and obviously the Metallica money doesn't suck either.
God, no.
Santa Cruz 3600 said, I remember guys at my high school talking about Iron Maiden in 1983, junior high. Hell yeah.
Was that the first album Bruce was on? 83?
No, 82.
82.
Number of the Beast is 82. Peace of Mind is 83. Power Slave is 84.
Awesome album. All three. God.
Well, that's when they started.
Go
ahead.
I was just going to say, what happens is it's tough to get a 3-album run together. But if you think about it, all the great bands that you love have that. They have this 3-album run that is sort of the pinnacle of what they do. Aerosmith did it with, Rocks, Toys in the Attic, Get Your Wings, or Draw the Line, depending on which end of that you want to go to. There's an argument to be made.
The first 3 albums or any 3-album run?
No. There's a
throughout a career, right? Is that what you're talking about, Paul?
Career, yeah. Because look at Kiss. Kiss did it with Rock and Roll Over, Destroyer, and Love Gun. Those 3 albums are clearly the pinnacle of their career.
Yeah,
right.
So if a band puts out a bunch of records, there's usually a 3-album run that is the most.
Okay. To that point, I got to ask Jay. Anthrax, which 3?
Because
I love Anthrax as much as Jay does, so I'm curious what his answer will be.
Oh, it's got to be.
Persistence of Time was the last.
It's definitely in there, no doubt.
That's my favorite. That's my
go back from
favorite album. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be whatchamacallit?
Among the Living is clearly the peak.
And State of Euphoria. And then
you got Persistence of Time. There's your 3.
That's 3 phenomenal albums.
Yeah.
But yes, that for me.
Yeah, but
it's like Metallica. Start with, Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets,
Justice, and Black.
And the Black Album.
Okay, so they have 4 in a row because you got Ride the Lightning, Master.
But Master, Justice, and the Black Album are bigger. We're not talking about our choices. Those are the 3. If you have to pick 3 in a row,
talking about the masses, then, right?
Yeah. There's a period there where these bands have this moment.
Yes,
there's a 3-album moment.
For his personal, just because of Anthrax. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, I love everything Anthrax does. So
me too.
But yeah, that's the Metallica. If you were choosing favorites, I would even choose Master, Justice, Black Album. Out of those 3 albums, Ride the Lightning is definitely like the least I listen to out of those 3.
But you can do it with AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Back in Black, For Those About to Rock. Done.
Van Halen. What would you say? 80,
Oh, God.
Diver Down, 84, 86.
But the crazy part about that is you're going to chop it up now, right?
Yeah, that's a weird one. But I would say, I mean, I think the first 3 Sammy albums are the peak of that band creatively. Allow me to prognosticate.
Creatively.
That's hard to pick because I'd want Dave.
What era? Exactly. You want to mix.
That's why I would say Diver Down. 84,
I mean, they're 2 different bands.
Yeah, but you have to pick throughout the Van Halen catalog, right? You have to. You can't say, oh, this singer or that singer. What 3 in a row do you think made, to Paul's point,
and it's tough
impact? You're talking impact, right, Paul?
Yeah, I could say any 3 up to Carnal Knowledge.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, anything up to Carnal Knowledge works. But seriously, 5150, OU 812, and For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge are the creative peak of Van Halen
of Sammy
amongst
era.
The masses. Those are the biggest records.
And if you're talking about overall biggest like impact on their career, I would say if you had to choose 3 in a row, it would be Diver Down, 84, and 5150, just because of the MTV era with all that stuff, and then 5150 being a new singer, everyone's interested.
And you're bridging them now. Right?
Yeah,
I think the argument to be made. There's an argument to be made that they're 2 different bands.
But if you had to choose the Van Halen catalog,
Diver Down had them playing the US Festival, headlining the US Festival for 300,000 people. So that was definitely a pinnacle of. And then 84, they kept going. 84.
It's a great question. Chat room, what do you guys think? 3 in a row. It has to be in a row.
See, I would have to choose 84 and 5150. So the argument for me would be, what do I want to listen to more? Would it be Diver Down or would it be OU 812? So you got to choose between those 2.
Yeah.
How OU 812 is a significantly bigger record than Diver Down.
Yeah, it was commercially definitely bigger.
What was that, Paul?
They headlined.
Hold on a second. We got Johnny here, and
he had videos that were never banned on that record. Yeah,
John. What's your choice?
I mean, I'd have to go with John BL, Diver Down, 84, and 150.
Rainus Pinkel, you couldn't be more incorrect.
I think he knows that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even look at it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I see who wrote that.
Yeah, couldn't be more incorrect.
Well, you could also do Fair Warning, Diver Down in 84.
Nope.
You know, those are
Fair Warning wasn't big until years later.
Yeah.
It really wasn't big at the time.
Isn't it still their well, besides
it's a lower selling album? Yeah.
Well, look at Wikipedia.
The only reason 1984 wasn't a #1 record is because of Thriller. 84, 5150, and OU 812 are massive.
Arguably because of Eddie Van Halen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Eddie Van Halen was on the #1 and #2 records for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Van Halen didn't reach #1 with their 1984 album because of Eddie Van Halen playing on.
Dude, that thing would have been a monster anyway.
Yeah, it was a monster anyway. You gotta remember, Off the Wall was massive as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could pick any. I mean, for Rush, it would be Permanent Waves, Moving Pictures, and Signals. That's their 3-album run.
Okay, I got to think about that.
Moving Pictures.
That's their big 3-album
Starting
run.
with Moving Pictures, yeah.
Moving Pictures,
Starting with Permanent Waves. Spirit of Radio, Free Will,
phenomenal.
Those are big records. The
Tell me,
Beatles is an interesting one.
As of 2007, Van Halen has sold over 75 million albums worldwide.
Yeah. I think Arsenio Hall introduced them on MTV as 70 million plus. For some reason, that number sticks in my head. That
because on the
introduced them on that.
Boards.
Okay,
put out a few more albums after that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so at that point, you're right that they had been at their peak. So.
Somebody asked about the Beatles. The Beatles it would be Sgt. Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour, and the White Album would be the 3 big ones. The peak for them, because they had Revolver on one side was fantastic, but you can't deny the White Album. So you have to make that choice. Is it Sgt. Pepper is clearly the biggest record for them.
Is it the White Album just because it had the most material on it, though?
No, it's just that was a massive record. And Yellow Submarine was by comparison
unofficial album.
Not really a record. And on the other side of that is Revolver. Sgt. Pepper is
Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, White. Was that the correct order? I wouldn't say
Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, Magical Mystery Tour, then White. See, you have to Magical Mystery Tour sort of. Yeah, if you're going to use Sgt. Pepper in the White Album, Magical Mystery Tour has to be in the middle.
Good album, but very different.
Is anybody else falling asleep to the Beatles, or is it just me?
Just you, Jay.
It's just you.
The rest of the planet is wide awake.
I fell asleep to Rush.
Hellface says Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper. That I would almost
be an argument
agree with
there
Hellface.
too.
I was just going to mention Rubber Soul.
Yeah, but unfortunately, yesterday and today became between Rubber Soul and Revolver.
To break up.
Yeah, they had a lot of singles that weren't necessarily out. Like
they had
Strawberry
the problem
Fields
is they
wasn't
had
on an album.
No, the problem is they had the Apple records and the Capitol records, and Capitol would jam these records in between the Apple releases. So you got these weird records that would come out in between, because the Beatles would have a new album out like every 8 months.
Right.
It was insane.
All those 60s bands would, though. I mean, Cream and all those, they all had what else? About every 6 months. Stones, Rolling Stones.
Would you see? I saw a clip on Howard the other day. I don't know if it was a recent clip or an older clip, but somebody calls in and asks Howard's opinion on top 3 rock bands of all time. And I know I talk about the Beatles and stuff, but the first band, he's like, well, you only have to pick 2 because the Beatles are one, and I agree with that. The Beatles are the best rock band of all time.
Yep.
So you do have
to whether we agree or not.
Whether you listen to them or not, it's
a fact.
It is. I understand that and I agree with it.
They broke up over 40 years ago and they're still the measuring stick. When you are the measuring stick, you're the best. When you're compared, when you're the thing that everything is compared to, you're the best.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I don't believe Elvis is the king of rock and roll. I believe Chuck Berry is the king of rock and roll, but it doesn't matter what I believe. Elvis is the measuring stick and therefore he's the king.
Do you think there's a difference between rock and roll and rock?
No, I think
there's a difference. I think like Chuck Berry's rock and roll.
Yeah, I kind of understand where John's going with this. Yeah,
I know what you're saying, but
Buddy Holly was rock and roll.
Rock and roll
Elvis
evolved into rock.
Yes, eventually evolved into rock. Without the swing and the roll.
I think there's a big distinction. The Beatles, their early albums were rock and roll. Then with Rubber Soul, Revolution, Rubber Soul, whatever came first. That was
the Beatles. The Beatles' early stuff was pop.
Rock and yes, the Beatles were absolutely the first boy band. Rock and roll is piano based. Rock is guitar based.
I hear it. I understand.
Bill Haley, Jerry Lee Lewis, early Beatles, Elvis, all that stuff is fairly piano based. And then when the guitar takes over, it's no longer rock and roll; it becomes rock.
Mm-hmm.
So who would the other 2 be? Would it be the Stones and Zeppelin? Is that where you would go? The Who? Okay.
Well, see, that's the tough part. The Who, I've always said this. I think I've even said this on the show. The Who are vastly underrated because they came before a lot of their peers. I mean, the Who and the Kinks invented punk rock. Punk rock doesn't exist without the Who and the Kinks. And yet, when the Who was in their prime, when Who Are You comes out in 1970, Zeppelin is on.
Who Are You came out in 78, my friend.
I'm not Who Are You. I'm sorry. I meant Who's Next. When Who's Next comes out in 1970. When Who's Next comes out in 1970, Zeppelin is on Zeppelin 3.
The whip sound.
I don't think.
And Paranoid. That's right. That's the only thing John BL will get right for the rest of the night.
Oh,
I'm saying Who's Next wasn't 1970. Who's Next was 71 or 72.
Really? Okay.
Let's find out. 71. Thank you.
Oh God.
When was it recorded, John? When was it recorded, John?
John's writing this down.
Probably recorded in 70.
Yeah,
this is great shit right now. That's all I got.
when that record comes out, Zeppelin is on Zeppelin 3. Black Sabbath had already come out. The Stones are heavily starting to get into their Mick Taylor phase. The Beatles are breaking up. The Who gets overlooked.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if they get overlooked, then would you choose them for a top 3 all time?
No, you got to go Beatles, Stones, Zeppelin.
Or Beatles, Stones, AC/DC?
Beatles, Stones, Zeppelin. There's also an argument to be made, and I hate to make this argument because I fucking hate this band, the Eagles.
That's where I was going. Yeah, Eagles.
The Eagles, man. You cannot argue
I hate the fucking Eagles. They are.
Don't you mean the Egos? The Egos?
Come on,
the Egos, yeah.
The Egos? Yeah, the Egos.
Did you say that?
I hate the Eagles.
Fucking hilarious.
Hate them, but they're undeniable. There's an argument that the Eagles and Aerosmith are the two greatest American bands ever.
You don't like one song by the Eagles?
Teenage Jail.
I like the Eagles. I like the Eagles myself.
I like the Eagles. I mean, I like them.
I have nothing bad to say about the Eagles.
Wait a second. What's that Eagles song that starts with the bass line?
One of these nights.
One of these nights. That's a friggin' song right there.
No. I didn't say the Eagles weren't great. I said I hate the Eagles. They have written some of the greatest music of all time. It just does nothing for me. It doesn't resonate.
They're one of the
with
top 3 albums of
oh, sure.
History.
No, they're undeniable. I'm in the minority. I get that.
So hold on a second. Let me look something up.
I think the Eagles' greatest hits is either number 2 or number 3 of best album sales in history.
The Eagles' greatest hits 71, 75. It goes back and forth between that, Thriller, and Dark Side of the Moon.
I don't even think Dark Side of the Moon is in the top ever. They were on the charts for a long time, but I don't think they had even nearly the sales of Thriller or Eagles.
Thriller
might want to take a double look at that because that record.
Well, okay. I mean, I could be. I absolutely could be wrong. So I'm just thinking. You know.
I think what John's trying to say is.
What am I trying to say? Please let me know.
What Paul's thinking right now is about how he wants to reach over through that black bar between the two of them and just.
No, I don't give a shit. You know, that's the other thing. The funny part is Jay. Well, you're from Chicago, you get it, or New York, really. The Boston thing. John Biel and I could be by the end of the night. Fuck you, and then tomorrow be like, "What's up, dude?"
Oh, of course, I have no.
That's a total Boston thing.
Boston.
It's not like when you can argue politics and really go at it, but you can argue music and have a friendly conversation. You know?
And there's no right answer with the exception of sales figures. You know, you can argue sales figures because that's genuine. It's verifiable. You can argue release dates and shit because that's verifiable. But as far as, you know, subjective things like what band is better than what band, I mean, the Beatles are when you're the measuring stick, that's the logic behind it. When you're the measuring stick, that's, you know, I think I honestly believe the Who are super underrated. And the more I listen to them, the better they get. And that's what I love about a band like that. Is you can dig in. They've got so much music that you can dig into and go. Another band that's great to listen to if you haven't done so past the 15 songs that you hear on the radio, Skynyrd.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, does that band rock?
Fucking A, man.
But again, that was a limited career. They had 5 years of albums and music. So maybe
6 albums, and then they're gone. Bad Company, same thing. 6 albums and then 6 albums.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say 6 albums, then the band changes, and those other albums, those Brian Howe albums aren't even close to the same.
Yeah, I looked up. I googled best-selling albums, right? So what popped up was America. In America, the number one is the Eagles. Their greatest hits, 1971 to 75, 38 million.
Yep.
Michael Jackson, Thriller, 33 million. The Eagles, Hotel California, 26 million.
Wait, what was the first one? The Eagles' greatest hits?
Yes.
Yeah, 71, 75.
Yep. And then so they have the number 1 and number 3 slot there.
Wow.
Then the Beatles, 24 million. Billy
I
Joel.
think that was another greatest hits, right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think that Beatles was a greatest.
The Beatles
hits.
one is probably one of the blue or the red album. One of those two.
Yep. And then you have Billy Joel, Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and 2, 23 million.
Wow.
I got to bounce out. I'm getting bad audio. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go ahead. You keep doing that. I'll be right back.
Led Zeppelin and Led Zeppelin 5. I don't know why 4, I should say. Why they put them together, but it says 23 million. Pink Floyd, The Wall, 23 million. AC/DC back.
So now wait, is The Wall more sales than Dark Side of the Moon? Does Dark Side of the Moon before that? That's what I thought.
Actually, the first Pink Floyd album, I would think Dark Side of the Moon is ahead of it. They're showing The Wall.
It was on the charts for a long time, but I don't think it had for whatever odd reason it didn't surpass a lot of the sales of
Yeah. I would think it would have, because when it came out, it was on vinyl and it always got scratched. Right?
Oh yeah. People bought that a couple of times.
No, dude, why are you doing that?
Colonels. I just saw a Colonels thing here.
Now Jay's just being a dick right now.
There it is.
Garth Brooks double live album, 21 million.
I'm not a big malt ball fan. These are easily, if we're talking best top 3 malt balls on the planet, like the Beatles, this is number 1 right here.
Colonels.
Yeah, check us out. All right.
Like Whoppers. Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Looking good.
Yep.
What's in the malted milk?
What is that? Wait, what is the inside of a malt ball?
Malted milk, I think.
No, well,
Something
on the inside. The malt.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
No, that's the malt because the chocolate's around it.
Yeah, the chocolate to malt ratio is awesome.
And those things are huge, huh?
Yeah.
That's a beautifully reversed brown eye. Okay. So
thank you, Michael.
I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. Crack Review, 21 million. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, 20 million. And I can go on, but there's Boston's in there. First album, 17 million at 15.
Where does Van Halen come on that list? Are they on the top 50? I don't know.
They should be. Alanis Morissette is 19.
Oh my God.
No, she's not. She's like 50.
And I think she's younger than us.
Physical Graffiti is 21.
No, she's older. She's older than we are.
Metallica.
She's older than me.
16 mil.
20 what?
Metallica is 22 at 16 million copies sold.
Man, isn't that amazing?
It's ridiculous.
It's easily the heaviest record anywhere near that list.
Okay, here you go to your John Biel. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, 15 million. Number 26. This got to be wrong.
That claim to fame was that they were on the charts. They were on the Billboard charts for something like 20 years.
They're still on and off the Billboard 200.
Yeah.
It shows up. It's like again with the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Van Halen.
Right.
Every year, a new group of people discovers the band, and there's all of a sudden a rush. And the 2 albums that sell the most for Pink Floyd are going to be The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon.
Here's the
kind of like Bob Marley's Legend. That record, I don't know if you read it off or not.
Oh, wait a minute.
That sold. But I bet it's
on there. Hold on.
It's a lot.
Hold on. Is that on there?
I know what it sounds like.
Number 23, Legend, Bob Marley, 15 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a big
So these are all ahead of Van Halen. We haven't hit any Van Halen yet.
Well, because this only goes up to 35 and Van Halen.
What are we looking at this list for?
Not in it.
Not in it.
Yeah,
We're
that's
looking
the
at a
thing.
different list.
Van Halen is bigger in our minds than they are in reality.
Oh, of course.
That's the shit part about it is.
Well, the rest of the planet's fucking wrong. Okay.
The thing is that anyone who has listened to them knows that they're freaking awesome. I mean, that's like, there's nobody that doesn't like. How can you say you don't like Van Halen? I mean,
well, that's the thing with AC/DC.
Yeah,
AC/DC has this thing.
Couldn't you not like Van Halen? Sorry.
Everyone loves Back in Black. Everyone loves that record. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it.
But the thing about the bands is, when I listen to AC/DC, I can't believe they're as big as they are. With the raspy vocals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like what is it? I forget the saying. What the hell is it? I'm gonna remember this, and we're gonna deal with it.
Unbelievable.
Rules and rules all.
Something that you'll never see again, like something that you it's impossible
It's
to
an
see.
anomaly.
No, some cool word, like a pink elephant, but it's something else.
Are you back in the bottle, Jay?
What are we talking about?
How's those edibles? How those edibles treating you, Jay?
Anyway, it's crazy that AC/DC is as big as they are, to me, in my eyes, and Van Halen isn't as big as.
Well, they're very different bands. AC/DC is a straight ahead rock
Yeah, but
band.
I
in my opinion.
straight ahead rock.
AC/DC is Chuck Berry. It's
that's a good way of putting it.
It's the Beatles and the Stones.
Yeah.
You know, the Stones were a straight ahead rock band. The Beatles went in other directions.
Angus Young was asked multiple times, and he said it. One time he was asked, so what do you think about having you guys put up so high, right, for a band that uses 3 to 4 chords?
Mm-hmm.
And he literally said, how many albums have we sold?
Oh, yeah.
It works.
It works.
They've got a formula. AC/DC and the Ramones, and there are certain bands that you get an
I wouldn't put them in the same category anyway.
No, I am putting them in the same category in this instance, and that is there are expectations. You know what you're going to get when you buy an AC/DC record.
No doubt.
You knew what you were going to get when you buy a Ramones record. You know what you're going to get when you buy an Eagles record. There's an expectation, and you know what's going to happen there. The thing with AC/DC is they write enough guitar rock music to keep every guy happy, and the backbeat is something women can dance to.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing.
Everybody wins.
And it's not a bad thing on the musician side that Angus can fucking damn well play guitar.
He's one of the most underrated. Yeah, I know that everybody says that he's great, but they don't realize how great he really is. If you listen to stuff listen to Riff Raff.
Yeah.
Listen to the beginning of Riff Raff and how that song builds and where they get to. Even before Bon Scott sings a lyric in that song, your foot is tapping, your head is bobbing, and it's one of the greatest grooves you've ever heard because that's something that Angus and Malcolm do.
It's definitely Angus's groove, and you know him and Malcolm.
Malcolm wrote all the rhythms, most of the rhythms, what you say,
yeah. But Angus is just there's something about his groove that is it's Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry. Everybody knows the intro to Johnny Be Good. The minute you hear that intro, you know what it is. Angus has that same thing.
Yeah,
I love. It's funny because I always talk about this. I think of Van Halen as my favorite band, but I listen to AC/DC more than I do Van Halen.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just do.
And how lucky, let me say, I don't want to say lucky. How great of a choice for them to pick Brian Johnson. I mean, it transitioned from Bon Scott, I think, the raspy.
It's a success story, you know, a band that switches singers.
Yeah. And
reluctantly, you know.
Favorite song by AC/DC? Mine is a Whole Lotta Rosie, bar none. I think that's Angus's best solo. It's so emotional. God, it's so good.
That's the parallel between AC/DC and Van Halen too, and that is they are the two greatest success stories of a lead singer change. One by necessity, the other by choice. But there isn't the other than maybe Journey, but I don't know that that's even as big.
Journey. You keep saying that. I don't think you know what Journey is. Journey didn't have any hits before Steve Perry.
Yes, they
did.
Okay, yes, they did.
But I don't remember them.
They had hits with the different guys singing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Greg Rowley
in the 70s.
Yeah, what's his name? Rowley?
Yeah, they had hits in the 70s.
So they weren't hits.
Okay.
Were they hits?
Yep. Yes. Major hits.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me
Journey was on those festival gigs that Van Halen was opening.
Well, yeah,
massive.
They were bigger than Van Halen at the time. Absolutely,
100%.
Yeah, so that means they had
78.
Yeah.
All right. So what that way?
Steve Perry came in what 77 or 78, right?
And
so how many albums was Steve Perry not on?
Good question, Jay.
Let's go.
The first one is Journey. Looking at the future. Next.
What about Prince? Infinity.
So what would it be? Which one would they have had a hit on before Steve Perry? I mean, Joe Perry.
Perry Ellis.
You're talking hits, but you can't name them.
I'm getting to the album.
Oh, you should be, if they're a hit, you should be able to.
All right, Feeling That Way Anytime was a big hit. That's the one we talked about last week. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Feeling
we
That
did
Way
talk
Anytime?
about that last week.
Yes. Lights.
But I hear Steve Perry singing that.
Lights.
Did they record that with Steve Perry as well?
Lights.
Lights is Steve Perry.
I don't see it on the first 3 albums.
Yeah, but they were on the first 3 albums. They were basically a Santana.
The argument
cover
is
band.
the argument is that they had a singer switch that was successful, and I know they had albums before Steve Perry with Greg Rowley and the Santana tie in there, but
it wasn't until Steve Perry became the primary singer of Van Halen of Journey that they became massive.
Well, hold on.
That's my point.
Hit. I want to know the name of a hit before Steve Perry got in the band.
They weren't successful until Steve Perry joined the band.
If it's a hit, you should be able to know the song without having to pull it up.
Honestly, I can't fucking think of one.
No.
I can't. I'm sorry.
I think we do this discussion every week. The singer switch discussion.
Yeah, and the singers, the 2 biggest are AC/DC and Van Halen.
And Journey's not on that list.
Yes, but Genesis is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Genesis. But they didn't have any big hits with
Chicago.
But they had various singers throughout their earliest hits. There was a couple people singing.
Chicago.
There was no lead singer in Chicago. I love Chicago.
Be nice.
But who's the guitar? Keith? Is it Keith?
Terry Kath.
This
is the part of the discussion when people start to put in there that Terry Kath was better than Jimi Hendrix, and you're all full of shit. Terry Kath was good, but he was not better than Jimi Hendrix.
God.
Sure.
I love that. Everybody, Jimi Hendrix said the best guitar player you ever saw was Terry Kath. Yes, because Jimi Hendrix was fucking humble.
They did have hits with Terry Kath and with Peter Cetera.
But they were bigger. With
even
Peter
the piano
Cetera.
player, I can't think of the keyboard player there, had a couple of the hits.
And if we're going to mention that, we might as well mention the Doobie Brothers.
Michael McDonald and
the Doobie Brothers got bigger with Michael McDonald than they were before.
Good. We're making some progress. That's good.
They're still not as. I still don't think they're as big as the Van Halen AC/DC ones, though.
No, but in the chat, I know we do this every week, but any bands that we can think of that had a singer change that was successful from first to the second iteration. Well, I mean, we did say Deep Purple as well, Black Sabbath. Those are a couple of the other ones that certainly not as successful as Van Halen or
it says Van Halen.
Black Sabbath Dio.
Somebody else. I don't know. Life of Agony. Yes, they were.
You know what?
Hugely successful.
They're nowhere near as big, but Faith No More got bigger with their with Mike Patton than they were with Chuck Mosley.
No hits with Chuck Mosley.
Yeah,
We Care a Lot.
I don't even know if anybody. I never heard of those guys before that.
We Care a Lot was a single. I don't know if I'd call it a hit. It was a single. And Iron Maiden didn't.
Bruce Dickinson, sure.
Didn't really have any hits with Paul Giamatti.
I love when John Biel he has that serious, but it's an attitude.
Right there. That's
a sign right there. My computer shuts.
By the way, Ian Gillan.
He means business.
Ian Gilligan. David Copperfield.
Ian Gillan's a replacement singer.
Yeah, they had a hit with the first. Who did Hush? Was that Ian Gillan?
Yeah, no.
So that was their first singer, Hush, and then
Phil Anselmo is a replacement lead singer.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, but you're talking. Come on. I mean, you can get into any band that had somebody before, to put out. I'm recording
on my Myriad. I guess I'm on my Myriad.
Bruce Poinsett would like you to think that Coverdale was a better lead singer than Ian Gillan, and that they got bigger with Coverdale than they were with Gillan, and that's just not true.
Really didn't have any hits with Coverdale. They were successful with Coverdale, but no.
I was gonna say David Coverdale wasn't bad, but
yeah,
Ian yeah.
And they played their biggest show in the California Jam in '74 with Coverdale.
Dutchy5150 wants to know how many. Good question. How many hits did AC/DC have before Brian?
Most of their music wasn't available in the United States before Brian.
I think Highway to Hell was their first.
Highway to Hell was the first thing that was released in the United States before Brian.
Was it Highway to Hell?
Yeah.
And then, like, the songs we think of, like, was Whole Lot of Rosie was
the
on.
TNTs and the Whole Lot of Rosies and the Dirty Deeds.
Let There Be Rock, all of that.
Jailbreak.
None of that stuff was available in this country until after 1981.
That's amazing that they had so many hits after those albums were. That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
That never happens, man.
It's like Queen.
And again, a lot. You're saying
Bohemian Rhapsody's been on the charts how many times?
Oh my gosh, right? But you say
Wayne's World,
cassette stuff, right? I mean, it's different world, man. Jailbreak. There you go, Thrashman. I just said that. Yeah, 74 Jailbreak.
Did that kind of happen? Like maybe any of the Def Leppard stuff, because nobody really heard of them until Pyromania came out. But then,
High and
Dry was big.
High and Dry was their first real big American record.
Okay.
Bringing on the Heartbreak was their first hit.
That's what I was going to ask. Was that I didn't realize that was a hit until or before. I thought it was one of those things where like they hit. They
re-released it after that though with the keyboard mix. Remember that there's two different versions of it. There's the version, the one that we all know and love, and then there was one with keyboards that they put on it after the fact. So they re-released it.
Suspended brings up Pink Floyd, Sid Barrett. They
weren't big with Sid Barrett
in England and maybe in Europe. They were big with Sid Barrett, but they didn't break until Dark Side of the Moon, I guess. Even Echo or Metal wasn't huge.
And Def Leppard, Vistalite mentions MTV helped out Def Leppard. Well, helped out a lot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wasn't Def Leppard bigger in the States than they were over?
Yes, they were rejected in England as being prefabricated for the United States. That they were basically a pop band because there are those who put Def Leppard into the new wave of British heavy metal, which they never really were.
New album,
but they came out at the same time, the late 70s, early 80s. When that thing was happening, when the Saxons and the Heavy Pettons and believe it or not, Riot from America was actually part of the new wave of British heavy metal. They were bigger in Europe than they were here. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all of that stuff was in there, and Def Leppard was lumped in with it, but they never really were. The Get Your Rocks record and the Def Leppard EP and On Through the Night never really did anything. It wasn't until High and Dry and Mutt Lange gave them some pop sensibilities that they popped. And over in England, they were looked at as a band that was manufactured for the United States.
On Through the Night was the first album I heard by Def Leppard. Okay. Again, on cassette trade. Then I lost track of them. And I didn't pick up to after until they put out, their, what was the album?
Pyromania?
Pyromania. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of went back.
That was definitely the breakthrough. Yeah. I mean, MTV helped that.
Yeah,
they did have. I mean, they had videos before. High and Dry.
And the thing of it is, I love that first album. I think is one of their best albums. It's raw. I really dig that album, man.
Oh, I like early Def Leppard is great with Pete. Who's the guitarist? Pete Willis.
Yep. But the thing of it is there was no next album, right? I mean,
Pete Willis is on Pyromania.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking as far as I knew, that was the album, and then it popped up Pyromania next. So it's kind of weird.
High and Dry, all Pete Willis.
Yeah.
High and Dry is the first Def Leppard album I like.
That's the first one.
Is that the first one you heard?
Really... Heartbreak. No, what was the other singles from that?
Pyromania was the first one. My brother got it for Easter. One year.
I remember that was on the radio. I mean, that was the radio, dominated the radio in 83, 84.
Yeah,
83, 84.
God, that
yes. Santa Cruz 3600 says, Paul, Eric Martin from Mr. Big opened for AC/DC in 78. I didn't say they didn't play in the United States. What I said was their catalog wasn't available. It was all available as an import on Atco. You couldn't get it here in the United States. It wasn't available in the United States. It was only available as an import. So you could get it, but you had to go or order it.
Atco that was the first label that signed Pantera, right?
No, Pantera's first records were on Vinnie Paul's father's label.
Why do I? Why do I
was Atco.
Atco is what East-West Atco.
Yes, East-West.
Yes. Yeah, that's who
right. East-West Atco.
Yeah, put out the Pantera stuff, the thrash Pantera stuff. East-West Atco was basically Atco is Atlantic Records, like their minor league label. That's where they put a lot of bands that they didn't want to put the marketing budget and everything. It was a place where they would get their baby bands, and if the record popped, then great, they would move them up to Atlantic Records.
AC/DC also was they did a lot of the festivals in '78, and I think '78 is where they started touring the U.S.
There's some great radio shows.
The Oakland Jams or whatever was it the California?
Dan the Green.
Dan the Green. Thank you, Oakland. Yeah.
There's some great radio shows that have now been released as bootlegs that you can find in some record stores. I guess I don't know if the tapes from the radio shows are available as public domain or whatever it is, but there's a lot of shows from like 1977. There's one in Boston. There's one in, I think, Columbus, Ohio, from AC/DC that were broadcast on the radio, and yet you still couldn't get their music in this country unless it was an import.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sean Mahoney says, for example, Dirty Deeds didn't come out in the States until after Back in Black was released. That's gotta be so cool. It's like, dude, this song is a hit, and that album, we have a new album already out.
Yeah, well, that was what happened.
Wild, man.
when Back in Black was a hit, they jumped them back into the studio pretty quick. They put out For Those About to Rock. Right about when For Those About to Rock was popping, all of a sudden, all that back catalog came forward. Then they released 74 Jailbreak, which obviously had been written 8 years before, or almost 8 years before. And then Flick of the Switch in 83. So that period between 81 and 83 was when all the old AC/DC catalog started to show up on American record store shelves and started to sell because everybody wanted it. And that was the weird part. They were like, AC/DC had a different singer. What happened here?
Yeah, exactly, right? You're thinking, oh, cool, this is another album by them. Hey, wait a minute.
It's not nowadays.
It's not the same.
Different singer. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me pick up my cell phone and see what Google tells me. Oh,
yeah.
Maybe not.
Back then, you're asking the guy at the counter, hey, I noticed that there's a different singer on the back of this.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, you want to buy the fucking album or not? Put it back.
Well, and the interesting thing about it is, obviously, AC/DC with Brian it's all produced by Vanda and Young, which is Harry Vanda had his own management company. They managed AC/DC and Rose Tattoo, and were involved with the Angel City, also known as the Angels. They were like the big Australian management company, like Q Prime was here in the United States, or like Bill Graham as a promoter in the United States. Harry Vanda and George Young. George Young is Angus and Malcolm's older brother. He was in a band called Flash in the Pan back in the 70s, and the Easy Beats. You know the song Friday on My Mind? Monday, I've got Friday on my mind. The one that that David Bowie did.
David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
Davey
Those guys produced all the early AC/DC stuff, so they're much punkier than more raw sounding than any of the Mutt Lange stuff.
Uh-huh.
What?
Hey, Brian Spalding. Good to see you, dude.
There it is.
Oh, the crickets.
Just have that for 3 hours.
You guys, somebody was talking about like concerts with an audience track on them, basically like an artificial audience track. There was an official release by Cinderella, one of their DVD, that has an audience loop that you can clearly hear. It's about 30 seconds long, and it just keeps playing and playing, and it's overpowers. It's a great concert. I think it was Detroit or something like that, and it's a soundboard recording, but they obviously didn't record the audience with the sound. And you get some of those recordings where you can listen to a soundboard recording, but without the audience, a lot of them will fail to record, the actual live audience.
Yeah, well, that's what the HSAS record is.
Did they or Kiss Alive, I think, was another like artificial audience.
No, the HSAS record is the board mix of the show without the crowd.
Oh yeah, okay. So it's a lot of them
I didn't even know that.
do it with just and which is fine. I'd rather hear that than a fake audience track behind it.
Nobody likes a fake audience.
That's right.
We should put an audience track under the show on here. Can you pull one up
like they do with football?
Yeah,
I can do that.
There is a live Cinderella album.
Johnny, do one where it's like occasional laughter, just so it's like every once in a while. If you can find
YouTube has whole like
what would be perfect for that? We get something like from a comedy club. Murmuring in a crowd, then the laughter.
Or the Brady Bunch, the laugh track they used to use on the Brady Bunch.
Those all originate from Red Skelton, the comedian who was a silent. He didn't really speak. He did visual comedy, and so the audience would laugh without the it would be a clean laugh track basically.
Did you ever watch? Somebody did a cut.
Did you ever notice?
You're too funny, Jay.
Did you ever notice? That's the line, man. He's got
that sounds awesome. Like
Johnny, put it on. Don't stop it for the rest of the show. Yeah, that works.
So, did you ever notice? No.
Did you ever notice?
Somebody made a cut of an episode of Friends, and they took all the canned laughter out. It was the dumbest show I've ever. It's not funny at all, man.
It is. It's. I know. Oh, it's not. That's just how it is. Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. And then
here's what you found.
And then she said, "What's that?"
And then
now what you've done is you've given Johnny Beane a new toy. The show is over.
I don't have to laugh anymore. I can just play.
And that's what she said. Well, that was a fucking dud.
That's like I feel bad for you laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's an encore. They want Jay to repeat himself.
Yeah.
I used to be a normal person.
Uh-oh. I don't know what that's from. Was that me or was
I used to be able to watch TV.
That's John.
Oh no, that's I guess that's me.
If anybody starts out a conversation with you I used to be a normal person, it's best to just walk away. Because you're gonna get a whole backstory of somebody's life.
Johnny is gonna dig out as much different laughter as he can and applause. And it's gonna be like when he hears farts. We're just gonna hear it for the next 3 hours.
We got 12,051.52.
Someone speaks to me.
I ever tell you when I saw Van Halen, when Jeannie and I saw Van Halen in 2004, it was
disappointing.
It was at the Continental Airlines, whatever the hell it was. The what was it?
Brendan Byrne.
No, it was after that.
The Brendan Byrne Arena.
Yeah,
I saw
same parking lot. But Sammy at one point in the show yells out, "We got 15,000," and I'm like, "You're lucky we got 10." Yeah,
I love that. It's a very intimate show. A new intimate seating, meaning we can't sell the place out.
Right.
Yeah. I think the word was out by then.
It
was hit or miss on that tour.
A band is bad when they curtain off the upper decks.
Yeah, you ain't shitting.
That's bad news. Although we had them, they did two. I think they did 2 nights in Worcester in 2004, didn't they?
Worcester was always a good audience for them. They always sold out in Worcester. I think I saw them in '95 in Worcester.
How big's the arena there?
How big's your
16,000?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 16.
Centrum's about 16,000. Yeah.
They actually in the 1981 tour, Worcester declared some date Van Halen Day in Worcester. There was
August,
probably August something,
21
or 82,
August something. Yeah. By the way, funny in the chat, Bent Tom asked Jay if you got a hand job at a show like I did once. That was a Killer Dwarf show, by the way. And our band's drummer, Wayno, is actually in the chat who can verify the hand job at the Killer Dwarf show.
Was it a dwarf that gave you one?
You had a bunch of dwarfs whacking you off? Was that what happened?
No, I wish.
Man, you look down, you're like, damn, it looks big.
That would have been great, yeah. Man, yeah, he was there that night.
Home.
In fact, he was driving that night.
So he had a little on the back of his head.
Yeah, maybe. I think that may have been the night we were pulled over on the Mass Turnpike.
Pulled out or pulled over?
Pulled over.
Do you know why I pulled you over, sir?
Yes, because we were speeding in his 69 Chevelle.
Was that 213? Route 213 cuts through Worcester.
No, the Killer Dwarf show was at Narcissus in Kenmore Square.
Oh.
Narcissus.
Yeah, how can Thrash Metal asks, how can Wayno verify this job of the hand exactly?
Because he was there standing next to me.
We really don't need to verify any of that.
There you go.
Perfect timing.
Wayno, you didn't want to leave the room or leave the area?
We were in the middle of a fucking club. Where was he going to go? We were all jammed up against the stage.
Was that more entertaining than what was on stage? Probably.
Yeah.
I was standing right next to him, he says.
Yep. That was a good night. That was a night that, and I don't know if you've ever seen Killer Dwarfs live. The lead singer literally was a little guy. Not quite a dwarf, but short. This club had a second level. So he went up. The band was jamming, doing something instrumental.
Level.
And he went up the stairs and basically was singing, doing a headstand on a table, upside down with the microphone in his mouth, singing, and then fell off the table, threw himself down the entire flight of stairs, rolled up the stairs onto the stage, up to the main microphone, and started singing the song again. Band never missed a note. Never missed a note.
That's impressive. That is.
It was no Killer Dwarfs were not. They're not a thrash band. Be surprised.
Johnny, back that off a little bit.
Oh wait.
Oh God.
Was it like one of those things where you just look down and you're like, whoa, okay. Wayne. All right, Wayne.
Yeah, I was. No,
no, Wayne,
I'm
look at
standing
this.
there.
Look at this.
This chick's in front of me. She reaches down behind her hand is down the front of my sweatpants, and I look over at him, and he looks at me.
Concert.
I was wearing football sweatpants. You know, it was the 80s.
With no underwear. So you're rubbing up against, oh, sorry. Sorry. Excuse me.
So she reaches back and she's giving me the handy, and I turn to look at him, and he looks at me, and it was like,
how fucking yeah.
That was good.
Sorry. Wait, no, I'm not.
And Wayne's thinking, what a time for me not to wear sweatpants, you know?
Wayne always wore sweatpants or Zubas.
Remember them shits?
Wasn't as lucky.
Zubas.
Yeah, he had the weird ones.
Parachute
yes,
pants.
Brian Spalding. She did. Thankfully, the sweatpants were black Framingham State football sweatpants.
Football sweatpants.
They were black, and they had a little Framingham State logo on them with the football on the thigh.
Trojans. I don't know if they're Trojans.
Is that what you were wearing?
They were the Rams.
The Rams. Go Rams. Listen. Oh, and apparently you bought Wayno a beer that night. So.
Well, Wayno was under 21 at the time.
Oh.
Did you fill the beer for mine?
What? No.
Here, drink this, Wayne.
No.
Yeah, I didn't
the best part about that night, outside of the hand job at the show, was getting pulled over on the Mass Turnpike right outside the Prue Tunnel. State police officer comes up, and there's just a cavalcade of empty beers in the back seat. And we'd both been drinking, but the cop comes up and he flashes the flashlight in, and Wayno looks at him.
On my sweatpants.
And so Wayno turns up and looks at the cop. The cop looks at him and he goes, "Where have you guys been?" He goes, "Narcissus." He goes, "Uh-huh. And where are you going?" He goes, "Home." Goes, takes the flashlight. He goes, who drank all those beers? He goes, him. I'm driving him home. Cop looks at the two of us. He goes, get off the pike and let us go.
Move along.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was back. That was, God.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
You'd still be in prison today, right?
You know, I was going to say, back then,
1980, I want to say 1988 or 89.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That cop was probably let you go because he saw you're with your buddy. And then
he didn't want to do the fucking paperwork.
No, and then he saw your sweatpants. He's like, oh, I see what these guys are up to.
Typical,
typical
Massachusetts.
And quick question. Was one of your friends eating an ice cream cone, vanilla?
Oh, my God.
I'm just curious.
No, I was smart at that point. I basically, because I'm wearing kind of like sweat shorts now.
He's wearing those same sweatpants. So
yeah, he wish.
Are the stains still on there?
My lucky sweatpants.
You take the sweatpant material and you go like this, and suddenly it's not there anymore.
Like starting a fire on his pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, tricks of the trade right here. Remember this. Remember this.
Good tip, Paul.
Yeah, that never happened at a fucking Green Day show.
Oh,
the 80s were awesome. I make no excuses.
Amanda's saying nasty. Now, does she mean nasty or nasty?
Nasty.
Nasty.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, baby, you nasty.
Nasty.
Uh-huh.
That's so nasty.
That was a good night. One of many stupid nights we spent driving back and forth to Boston. Maybe possibly overserved. I don't know.
Wow. Where did you live back then? You were Southie?
Framingham.
Oh, Framingham.
Yeah, Wayno and I lived in Framingham together like a couple. Actually, at one time.
That's loud.
At one time, it was me. Yeah, or I was living in Southie on 9th Street with my brother in a condo. But it was me and Wayno and our guitar player, who's actually the guitar player for, I think it's Nullset. They used to be Gangsta Bitch Barbie, but our old guitar player, Todd, we all lived together for a while. And then Todd bailed out and we had 2 strippers living with us.
Sounds like a nice arrangement.
Yeah,
So a lot of soaked sweats in that place.
No, that's the funny thing is you never bang a stripper if you live with them. You find out how annoying they are.
You should write a book on this.
You said that.
I got stories.
You reach out to Greg Renoff. He'll fucking do it for you.
I got good stories.
Hell yeah,
you can make up some stories. Wayno and I were once at a party in New Hampshire where we got stranded there because we drove up there with our guitar player. And I believe somebody in the party accused us of stealing something or something weird. Somebody got drunk and got really sloppy. So Wayno in the middle of the night decided he had to take a piss. So he took one of the couch cushions up, pissed in the couch cushion, and then put the couch cushion back down. And I think I pissed in between the pages of a book and put the book back up on the shelf.
Dang.
Said the book. No, never mind.
That's a true story.
Oh my God.
I got a loud comment. I like it.
The couch cushion was the best.
I can understand the couch cushion, but a book's not going to soak that up.
Just for the fun of it.
There's the upper decker. When you drop a hot one, you take the top of the toilet off.
You
drop a hot one up there. And then the next person to flush.
Oh yeah.
An upper decker. That's good.
That's on my bucket list. I've never done it, but it's one of those things. It's like it might be number like 20 though. You know, it's kind of down the list. Number 20.
I want to know what one's before that.
Well, you got to do treat stream first,
I mean,
19.
and then do
that's
that.
fucking 20. I want to know fucking 10.
That's not, you got to get 2 in a row. If you know.
All right. Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Well, Steve Carmichael brings up Moby Dick. We should remember John Bonham on this date.
Yeah.
John Bonham passed 40 years ago.
Yesterday,
I'm sorry. Yeah. But,
2 days ago for a couple of you.
for the East Coast, yeah.
a lot of people don't realize Led Zeppelin made it into the 80s, made it with Bonham into the 80s. Their last tour was in Europe in 1980.
Yeah.
What could have been?
Through the outdoor, right?
I believe the Zeppelin 1980 US tour was supposed to kick off in November.
Yeah,
he
I think
died in
they had it planned. Yeah.
It was like 2 months before the tour was supposed to start in the United States, and he kicked off in September after drinking 40 shots of vodka.
Only 40?
10 quadruple vodkas.
That's what he drank?
Yep.
Ah,
10 quadruple vodkas.
Anyone in the chat ever ordered a quadruple vodka? I've heard of triples, but
I feel sick just hearing that.
Yep.
If I take one of them, I'd be fucking dead.
I drink double rum and cokes, but I have 2 of them. So technically it's 4 drinks, but that's over a whole night.
Yeah.
And then I'm done. Like I know that I'm gonna,
One
found
quadruple. Think of that, man. That is insanity.
I can drink an entire bottle of Jim Beam Apple during this show.
No way.
Put your pants off.
My pants in the sink.
Pants in the sink.
I could
For
really.
the record, that's the last time I was drunk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, now I just do the cookie.
Well, and so I mean, what was the quote for Steve from Def Leppard? What's his name?
No, Steve
Clark.
Clark.
Steve Clark from Def
Steve
Leppard.
Steeman Clark.
It was double. I think double what John Bonham died from. That's
What?
at least that's what Joe Elliott said. Steve Clark had double the alcohol volume as John Bonham.
Steve Clark was a worse drunk than John Bonham.
I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How do you?
That was another behind the music or
no. I get it, but how does one consume that much?
It's
and
just straight alcohol,
to keep going though. I mean,
drinking
like I get it, but I mean, holy.
No, the guy from Wasp,
Chris Holmes.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, I guess he wasn't in their league either. So, is he still alive?
The idea that you can drink that amount and still function seems stunning.
Well, if you've seen the documentary on bass player for Guns N' Roses, Duff McKagan.
Duff McKagan. Yeah.
He goes into it, and he would yell at his roadie for, he would drink cranberry and vodka, and he wanted.
What do you got your period?
This much vodka and this much cranberry. And if it wasn't the right mix, he'd be pissed.
Well, was it the old Eddie Van Halen deal where they would dump out the O'Douls and put real beer in it?
One?
That was the rumor was that when Eddie was on, supposed to be on the wagon, and he was only drinking O'Douls, but apparently it was somebody's job to dump out the O'Douls and put real beer in it.
So it looked like he was only drinking O'Douls, but he was straight ahead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, drinking is fun, except when it's not. I mean, it's great until it's not. That it's again the old Eddie Van Halen quote: "Everybody gets one bottle. How you choose to finish it, how quick you choose to finish it, that's on you." some people can deal with it, some people can't. I mean, and especially, and if you're somebody who is dealing with problems and stuff like that, man, get help, because it sucks. It's not worth it. My mom was an alcoholic. It was ugly. We joke about it now, but it was ugly. It wasn't fun at all.
Yeah.
And guys like, the world would be better if guys like fucking Bon Scott were still around, or Bonham were still around, or Steve Clark were still around. Like, there's no trophy for being, the whole rock and roll casualty thing.
No.
I would rather have don't get me wrong, I love the music AC/DC has made with Brian Johnson, but I would have loved to have heard what Bon Scott could continue to do.
Absolutely. Yeah. How he would have sang Back in Black.
Who knows?
Right?
Yeah. Hey, Renus Pinkle asked you, John, what was Eddie drinking in his red Solo cup during Live at Annette? Didn't he have two different colored cups?
I think he had I have pictures
either
of
blue and red or green and red. I think
it was green. I think there was a green cup, okay. and that's what you would do on tour, is each cup, each color of the cup would represent, you get your water cup, which is probably red. You got your, hard alcohol or something that was probably the green cup or whatever it may be.
Yep.
So,
or even a cup of beer.
Look at Freddie Mercury. Look at the top of his piano. He had a dozen different cups. A lot of them were clear with beer. You could clearly see he was, and who knows what else was on there, water, and that's what a band would do, on their rider. They would say, we want a lot of them would want just black cups. Red cups were kind of taboo. Nobody wanted the red cups, but I don't know. I do remember different cups meant different things.
Yes.
So whatever Ed was drinking in the red was the common one. So it was probably Gatorade or something like that. And then the green would have been the cocktail.
The booze.
Doing a little boozing, are you? Where'd everybody go?
So Jay, what's up with that guitar you're playing earlier, the red one? I have been in a loop for a while.
Oh.
Can you fill me in, man?
I'll give you a little
tour.
It's a Ibanez JS, Joe Satriani.
You motherfucker. Holy shit. Look at that.
I like it is, Michael.
Oh my gosh.
So I never.
Dude, that is gorgeous. Really?
Huh?
I said that's gorgeous, man.
Oh, no, I thought somebody else said something.
Look at the pickups too, red. Holy.
Well, they're like a dark orange.
They look okay.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I never really had an urge to play a Satch because the neck is thicker and the radius, it's like a 9.8 or something like that radius. So It's more round than the usual 17-inch flat Ibanez radius.
Right.
So, and plus up until, 7, 8, 9 years ago, maybe a couple of years, maybe like 2001, he only had a 22 fret guitar. He didn't start playing 24s.
Yep. There you go.
I really never had an urge, even an inkling of want to play a Satriani. And then maybe about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, I start listening to him. I start watching some live videos. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, I want to play one of those. So I found one on
badass to begin with. No, Satch is a motherfucking badass to begin with. So
yeah, but the body style is different. Just everything about it is just different than what I thought I preferred. I honestly had no idea that I would like this. So after watching, I'm like, man, I just had that itch as us musicians and guitar players have. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, I got to have one of those, and if I don't have one, I'm going to be miserable.
Yep.
So I found one on I searched online and I was like, man, they're like $2,700. So I found a used one on Guitar Center. This one. And I was like, hey, it was $1,600.
Wow.
Yeah. And this model, if you buy it new, it's $26 or $26.99 or $25.99. So basically $1,000 cheaper, right?
Holy shit.
I call up about it and I'm expecting them to say, because the used pictures on Guitar Center, they're not real high quality. Like it looks like an amateur beyond amateur person took them. So you can't see any detail.
And sometimes they're mispriced. And if you call them about it and say, hey, I want to talk about this Joe Satriani that's on your website, they look at it and go, oh, that's not the right price, and they won't sell it to you. I've seen that happen on
Really?
Guitar Center has done that in the past, because what happens is the guy will take, like, say it's the Joe Satriani one, and they'll put the picture up, but the price information is for a Fender, Mexican or something like that. So you'll go on the site and you'll see, oh my God, a Joe Satriani for $900? Hell yeah. And then you call them and go, hey, can you tell me about this guitar? And they go, oh yeah, it's $16.99. And you go, well, it says it's $900 on the website. And they go, oh, that's an error. And they don't have to sell it to you.
Protect themselves. But yeah, so I called up and I'm thinking, all right, $1,000 cheaper than a new one. It's got to be in crap condition, or at least, kind of beat up. So the guy gets on the phone. He's like, he's telling me, and I think he's, giving me a line of BS, but he's like, it's like, to be honest with you, if I hung this on the brand new wall, nobody would be able to tell the difference. He goes, but it's a 2016 model, and there's a tiny bit of, just like barely, well, right now it's kind of smudgy, but there's a couple tiny little whatever. But other than that, it was literally like a brand new guitar.
Yeah, if you're looking at those little absolute minor imperfections, right?
Yeah, you can't even
have that drop the price $1,000 is insane.
So anyway, I bought it and I was like, hey, they tell you if you don't like it, you got 45 days, and I can bring it back to my local Guitar Center because it's shipped from New Jersey. That's where this one was. He's like, you can literally just walk it back in, save all the packing material, the box, everything that comes with it, bring it into Guitar Center, and you'll get refunded right on the spot.
Wow.
I'm like, well, it's a no-lose situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know did you put it on a credit card? Because they won't refund you right on the spot. They'll give you they'll fill out a paperwork and they'll mail you a gift card unless they can credit it back on a credit card.
No, they'll credit it back. No, they'll credit it back.
Yeah.
I've done that before with Guitar Center. They give you the money back on in the form of payment, cash, credit. They'll give you the money back.
Yeah. So
I've never had them give me a cash back. They've always had to do the whole.
Well, yeah, they refund your.
And they mail you a check.
Well, that would just. The guy told me that they would. Whatever. That's whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Whatever.
Anyway.
It's not like you're bringing it back.
No, hell no. I fell in love. Nice. Fell in love with it, man, and I've. So,
is he playing a game?
It just fits, man. Like I said before, I didn't think I would like the radius. I didn't think I would like the thickness of the neck, but it feels like this. I wouldn't change anything about the how the fretboard and the neck feels. It's really, it really is unbelievable.
So this was like a crapshoot, and you definitely won.
Oh yeah, God yeah. It's in great condition. It plays amazing, and it sound. Again, another thing I thought I was like, well, if I like the guitar, I'll probably end up swapping out the pickups because I'm not, his sound isn't what I like. Well, not his sound, but like his sound
is different.
My playing style.
Yeah.
These pickups sound friggin' awesome.
Can you go through anything for me? I mean, again, is that a rosewood?
Rosewood, maple and babinga stripe. Alder body, which every guitar pretty much that I have is basswood, but this is alder, so it's a little different. But
big wang bar. Look at the wang bar there.
Have an Ibanez regular one up here? I thought I did. Yeah, right.
It looks like a big wang.
That's one of those coated bars, right? Is it, Jay?
Well, yeah, I thought it was coated, but it's just carbon fiber and it's super light.
Is it carbon fiber? Really cool.
Yeah. It's not going to focus on this. Almost, but yeah, it looks like it's kind of all dirty, but it's just carbon fiber.
There you go.
Super light. Satch track in the neck. It's a single coil humbucker.
Speaking of
and Mojo in the bridge, and they're really good, man. If you do
what's the trem on it?
Edge, original Edge. If you pop this,
favorite tremolo.
It's a high pass filter. So when you turn the volume down, it kind of cleans it up really, really well. It doesn't get all woofy. And then coil tap.
Coils tapped.
Yep, which is awesome.
So what did that split on both of them or what?
Yeah, so a 3-way switch. So obviously this is the bridge. So right now it'll, give you, I don't know which one it is. Sue me. I don't know. And then if you do, I'm assuming it's probably this one.
Right.
If you do this, it's this, and then half of this.
Then you need a phase inverter, so the phase would switch which actual pickup it is.
Yeah, I have a Les Paul Classic that has that.
And then I put the Steve Vai Fire.
It's like the creamsicle. That's almost
clip,
like
creamsicle clip lock. The second I got this guitar, I'm like, man, I got to get this strap. It just
that matches absolutely perfect. Look at that, man.
Super cool, right?
Yeah,
perfect.
But look at this thing, dude. There's no way that this.
What if you got yellow pickups?
I'm not changing them.
$1,000 off for literally a couple of scuffs is insanity.
And they're only noticeable like if you really look.
Yeah.
It's just like from picking. You know what I mean? Like this tiny, not even scratches. They're just
basically it's normal wear and tear. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah. You get a little wax, compound. You can rub it right out. Rubbing compound like you would for
like in sweatpants.
Like at a Killer Dwarf show.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Great guitar.
That is awesome.
And
now tell us about the lemon.
I can't yet.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm getting.
You know what? I am so fucking happy that you are ecstatic with this guitar because normally a bump in the road is something bad, but for you got a bump in the road that's good because, dude, your luck with guitars, my God.
Everybody says that, and it's becoming like a joke now.
It's
not funny though.
Pickiness, it's his preference.
With most people. You get a guitar, you get anything, right? And it's like they're surprised when it's, oh, dude, I got that thing I've been waiting for. It's broken or it's messed up. And it's like, what? With me, it's like, dude, I got a new guitar and it's in great shape. It's amazing. Yeah.
It's my point. Exactly.
No way. Yo, Jay said he got a guitar and he loves it. No way.
Exactly. I'm serious. It's like misery. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Now it's like, hey, happy. Okay, let's go. The one time though. You have to tell us about the other one, but whenever you get a chance. Hopefully you can't offset it though, because it sounds like you love this guitar and the thing is gorgeous, man.
Love it.
Awesome.
I almost didn't join the show tonight because I was playing it and I didn't want to stop. I was playing with it and I couldn't stop.
That speaks volumes.
Yeah, Dane Zimmerman says, kind of like your Weasel guitar that I had, that piece of crap.
That fucking thing is a joke. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's true.
Kiesel.
He's not lying. He ain't lying.
I ain't lying. Kiesel is they're dicks. So we'll move on. So much money, a relatively big company, right? Make it right. Carbon, yeah. Make it right to the customer. I mean, they ain't cheap either. They lost an over close to 2,500 guitar I was gonna buy on Jay's recommendation. Pulled it because they treated you like shit. That's not the way you do stuff, man.
Not at all.
No.
It's an interesting question. Santa Cruz asking, it said about the finish of a guitar being damaged by the rubber on a wall hanger. Do you think the stickers on Jay's guitar might damage the finish? It depends on what the guitar is finished with. Nitrocellulose is different than polyurethane. Polyurethane is far more durable and doesn't break down over time, whereas nitrocellulose does.
Is he talking about the stickers on this?
Yeah, perhaps on the Universe. Yeah, but I think that's a urethane finish, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. That's not a nitrocellulose lacquer on it.
Hey, look who's on my guitar. I got a custom John BL guitar.
Yeah, look at that. Screenshot.
Nice.
Yeah, leave it just like that. That's the thumbnail. Come on, that's the thumbnail.
And by the way, Santa
Getting
Cruz,
close, Jay. Getting close.
I believe those stickers
There
were
you
placed
go.
on that guitar by Jay's daughter Ellie, and so if it screws up the finish, so what? That's Ellie's
Now we're
guitar.
talking.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when she was
Who
putting them on, I
cares?
was playing it when she was putting them on, as you can tell by this spot. But as she was doing it, I was like, Ellie, what do you? And then she kept doing it, and I was like, whatever, and I left it.
And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's cool.
No, it's awesome. Come on, really? It's awesome.
I don't know what to do with a 7-string. I've got one, and I have no idea what to do with it.
Play it.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm still trying to work on 6.
Trying to figure out that 7th string. What the fuck?
I figured out 4. The bass I know. 6th string I'm working on. I got to add 2 strings to the 4 first. Then I'll worry about the low.
Yeah. You go from 4, which is logical. Go to 6. The 5th string fucks you up for the rest of your life, and then we do a 7th in there. Yeah.
I don't. It's funny because I don't play a 5-string bass. I play 4-string basses. So even a 5-string is. I mean, I'm used to it. I can do it, but 6 strings on a guitar. It's because I like to quote B.B. King from Rattle and Hum. See, I can't make no chords.
I'm no good with chords.
I'm gonna need you to chord for me because I'm no good with chords.
So
Right.
Santa Cruz,
I think we can handle that.
his EVH USA Wolfgang in a stand for a week, and it burned into the finish. Was it the satin one or the matte finish?
That's weird, really?
Yeah, the matte ones. Any matte finish will leave a mark on them. I had a Japanese Stealth that did that. It
I think
stained
it's
quickly
more
from my
a
wrist.
problem with this the material, the foam that they use in the stand than the guitar itself.
I was gonna say. I mean,
It would probably be.
especially a USA Wolfgang. That's
I don't
He
think it's.
said
the
he had a
guitar.
white one, so that shouldn't.
that should not happen.
But I would more or less blame the
Stand.
and what kind of chemical was on that, whether it was
Exactly.
rubber or foam.
Understand? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Foamy don't play that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was covered with acid. So
yeah.
That's why none of my Gibsons go into stands. They stay in the case when I'm not using them because the nitrocellulose, no matter what you put them on, have a chemical reaction with rubber.
Rubber stamp, he said. Wow.
That's a satin finish, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Does it leave a mark? Is there a mark on the neck?
Yeah, it's a broken neck.
Oh, well,
that'll leave a mark.
that's a Gibson.
Yeah, it's an SG for you.
Yep, most of them.
Was watching.
Yeah, what you do in a situation like that, you take either socks, you put a sock over the the U,
And not the ones under your bed either.
and not the ones under your bed because
Clean
those
socks.
those won't react well either. Or an old pair of underwear you put over the top of the stand. You let
maybe
and not
just
the
a
ones you leave
nice
on
cotton T-shirt. Something
Okay, look,
yeah, cotton
that
T-shirt.
doesn't
Something
have
like
to
that.
be like up against your junk.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Nightbot popped up. It said mention Jay Hannon or Johnny Beane when ordering and get a discount. And I looked down and it just said Kiesel Guitars.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? Then I realized it was some of the best popcorn on the planet.
I grabbed a beer. I forgot to bring my.
Or if
beer.
you go to, or if you're worried about that, your guitar stand, go to like O'Reilly or whatever, and buy the little package of the yellow chamois cloths, the chamois, wipes that you would use to wax your car. No, not a ShamWow, but you just take that and droop that over the top of the guitar stand and put it on there that way. But nothing with a nitrocellulose finish goes on a guitar stand.
Well,
and I don't hang guitars either.
Get a Hercules guitar stand because I haven't had a problem yet. These things are great.
I have Hercules too. They're pretty good. Yeah. You
They're
figure these guys that it would make the stands right and the hanging things. they would think about this, right?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
Well, I
There's
think
always
some of them are,
like a knockoff kind of thing that makes it the cheap way, and doesn't care about the end.
Hercules ain't cheap.
No, Hercules.
No.
No, I would think that they're, again, it's the difference between the finish. I'm sure that when they made the guitar stands, they were thinking for certain guitars, not every company uses nitrocellulose. That's kind of why Gibson is so friggin' expensive, is because for those that don't know, nitrocellulose takes about 6 days to do the finish on one guitar. You do a layer of it, you got to wait for it to dry, you do it again, you got to put, it's almost like making a samurai sword where they fold the steel so many times until it's thick enough to be the blade. With polyurethane, they can just shellac the shit out of it, and it's like bulletproof. I mean, you can throw quarters and shit at an Epiphone Les Paul, and it won't leave a mark on the finish. But if you sneeze the wrong way on a Gibson, there's a ding in it.
Yeah,
and I bet you the wood on that SG is soft, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Look at there's a nice little dent right here.
Yep. All you got to do is just tap one of those.
Yeah, and I've been like picking at it the whole time too. Like,
yeah, I mean, all you got to do is
look at the whole horn is all.
And that's because probably every time you see it, you're pissed off. Like shit.
No, it's perfect. I mean, I want a worn.
I mean, it adds mojo to it.
Yeah,
I'm just noticing this now. As a matter of fact, look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, question: How's it sound?
Good.
How's it sound?
Love it. This is my normal player. Like
there you go.
I moved the rest of my guitars into the other room on the wall hangers, and
he wears it when he plays it.
I got to bring him to get him set up. The other ones,
and that's why it looks like that. You're playing it. Guitars are built to be played, man.
I bought new batteries for my Snark, which you guys were. I needed one of those rechargeable. I need one of those rechargeable ones. Yeah.
I'm glad you said Snark.
My snot.
The Snark batteries go dead quick. I was pissed.
They do. They really do. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's dead already. I got to go get another one.
Absurd. Yeah.
It's funny though, because the Snark itself is like $15. The battery's like $7. Might as well just buy another fucking Snark.
I think I got four for.
Yeah, right.
That's why you got to get one of these rechargeable ones.
Yep.
What are you, big timing us?
Yeah,
no, those are cool. You guys are
rechargeable guitar tuners.
They recharge. Yeah,
Johnny Beane
that's
gets
the way to do it. Yeah,
Johnny Beane gets all the cool shit before us. So.
Jay, send me that other one.
Or maybe you develop your ear and can just find A.
I'll send you the link.
I did that. That'd be a good game.
Good test to see how many of us could find A.
Actually, yeah.
Just get your guitar out and see how many of us are close to A.
How many?
Because what happened to me was I worked at a repair shop, and so all day long when I would fix the guitar, when I had to tune it, I had a little mallet and a basically like a bell fork, like a bell thing. It was on it was like this long, and I would hit it. So I was always like,
you can use a dial tone.
It was this long, and I was always whacking it. Okay,
is it dial tone A or
it's two notes? A dial
so
tone
I would hit it, and so I have that burned into my head. The sound of A440,
which is this sound. That's a fart party.
Technically, it's A442.
A440.
440.
We'll start with E, guys.
Nah, you don't want to start with E. It's too low.
No, A.
A is what you want. As long as you know the A, you can tune everything.
Start with
A. A.
Am I A?
No, you're flat. Hold on, I'll go back to A. Oh, what the fuck?
That's
here's A. There's A. Like D.
Don't give me the tone yet. Don't give me the tone yet.
Oh.
There you go. That's it.
Nice. There you go.
Wait. We're all different too.
B.
Here's the fuck. Get the fuck swing. Go ahead.
And then the E is going to be.
Where's E? There you go.
Oh goodness.
I know, Brian. We got copyrights left and right tonight, man.
Oh, that wasn't a copyright. It's fucking.
We went through the goddamn
note.
3 chords.
guitar.
Rick, give me a C.
A bouncy C. Good night, everybody.
Gonna go out with another bass jam or something.
What time is it? Oh, wow.
We only have another
late
half
it is.
hour to annoy people.
Johnny, you were saying you have a fretless five string?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen
That's
have,
cool.
have we seen that? That's a good. I'd love to.
I don't know if you've seen it. Have you?
Giggity.
Show it off.
Whip it out.
Break it out.
Use me.
I did get 2 Les Pauls this week for less than the cost of 1.
Yeah, dude, we gotta see that.
Let's see.
That sounds like a commercial.
Yeah. Well, I traded guitars. I traded some guitars in and some cash. So to be fair, I did give up a couple guitars, but
Let's see them.
Well,
All
while Paul's whipping these out, let me give you a
excuse
back.
me when I whip this out.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
He's not gonna be able to hear me now. Talk about him. Paul,
What?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So Paul's so cool that a few days ago I messaged this thread in Facebook Messenger and said, I'm gonna have a coup de grace unboxing on Friday night. Paul's so cool that he mentions the 2 guitars. He's like, but I don't want to step on your toes or steal your thunder, so I'll show him next week. And I'm like, dude, no, come show him. Like, that's how nice of a guy Paul is.
Paul,
No,
yeah.
I mean, look, no,
Well, he was expecting
no,
you
no.
to have a real coup de grace unboxing, but you.
I'm
didn't
gonna
come
throw
through
it
on
out
that,
there
did you?
also. Paul is an awesome dude.
Wow.
Reach out to me when stuff happens, and he's awesome. So,
Well, hey,
That's-
Paul
that's-
is.
That's nice of you, but I'm not like one of those. I'm not like big on the unboxing thing. Plus, I can't wait. I'm like,
Oh.
you know, I couldn't wait to unbox tonight.
There's
So
a
I'm
term
like-
for that.
What's that called?
It's called pulling a Nesdal.
Oh, ow! Wait! Ow!
Woo. Guys, I almost pooped my pants.
Oh, no.
Man, remember that time not too long ago?
And
When,
that's not me doing that.
remember when I was telling you about my Ring doorbell a few months ago? Somebody like walked across and my
Mhm.
thing went off. You know,
A
there's
ghost floated by. Yeah.
Well, right now, we started to put our Halloween decorations up, right?
I'm loving it. Go ahead.
So we have this. I have this. I'm sure you guys might have seen it. There's this witch that you put on your window, and she's looking out, and one hand does like it has a motion sensor. So if you walk across it, it taps on the glass. It goes tink,
Oh, wow.
tink, right? It
Awesome.
just fucking went off.
No way.
So that's why I was like, all of a sudden,
Well, hold on. You have it on video. If you have Ring, you have it on
Oh,
video.
let's see it.
No.
Let's see it.
it didn't go off. Like the Ring app didn't go off. So
So it might have been a real ghost.
I know. I just looked. I did the live view.
My
And-
neighbor's a real witch.
My neighbor was just going out of his driveway or something. Maybe the headlights hit it at the right angle or something. But dude, man, I was like, who is at my front door that it's tap tap witch?
Jeez.
Nobody was there.
Tap witch.
That's what Ellie calls her.
God, I love
Tap witch, Daddy.
Are they going to have Halloween this year? Trick or treat? Is Ellie going to go trick or treating or?
I hope they have it, man.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, it's canceled.
I think so.
Well, I live in South Carolina, man. He'd be surprised.
Oh,
what we're able to do.
okay.
Well, every community will make their own decision. I'm sure.
Out here, everything's canceled, man. Right?
Huh?
Yeah, no, California canceled everything.
Let's see what we got here, Paul.
My birthday is canceled.
So this is a 2019 Les Paul Classic.
Johnny.
And it's literally less than a year old.
Well, if it's a 2019, of course.
It was built. No, I mean, it was built in October of 2019. So, I mean, it's like literally, it's like,
11 months old.
Oh, yeah, just about 11 months old.
It's not even a year.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
That's two really good ones by Johnny in the past minute.
Not a mark on it. And I guess the guy traded it in to our friend Dane
for a newer model.
I don't know what he traded. I don't know. I guess he, according to Dane, it was for some guy bought it for his kid, and the kid, like, I guess they're rich or whatever, and the kid likes different guitars. He didn't want this guitar, so Dane had it in his shop, and I gave him.
That's not me.
I gave him my.
What year is that, Paul? I'm sorry. I
19.
Really?
It's not even a year old.
So I gave Dane my Charvel Pro Mod 24 and some cash for it. The beautiful thing about this is I've got a traditional Pro that's very similar. The pickups in this are the 61T and 61R, which are basically hotter versions of the PAF.
I have those in my Les Paul.
And it's got coil taps. You can tap.
No way.
Tap which?
You tap both pickups. All right. And then it's got an out of phase switch. This one is out of phase. To take it out of phase. And then here it has a bypass.
Keep some Paul.
Not red-handed.
It has a bypass on it that wide opens the thing wide open.
How many different sounds can you get out of that damn guitar, man?
Everything you want out of this thing. It'll go single coil. It'll go. They're more telly tones than they are strat tones, but just because of the way the pickups are laid out. But yeah, you can get everything in phase, out of phase. Just ridiculously nice guitar. The funny thing about it is it's a classic. It's called a classic, yet it has all this fucking modern shit going on here.
Exactly.
There's nothing classic about it.
It's a classic, but yet it's less than a year old.
Yeah, classic. Yeah.
So there's that.
You have to play that. Just. Well, I'm saying it's for us. Just sounds that you can get out of it.
I'm going off the deep end, boys. I got the giggles now. Crap.
I love it.
Wrong with that.
Okay, now it's time to fuck with Jay.
Hey, John. John, look at your computer screen. Turn around.
Turn around.
It has been neutralized.
Right.
There's the alarm clock. But no, that's the one.
And so this was the other one.
Oh, look at that tumbler.
Crowd loves it. Thank you.
And this is a 1994 standard.
94?
94, which is the centennial year for Gibson. So This one's got a little bit more wear on it. It's got some rash on it, and it's been playing. I mean, it's 26 years old. But I gave.
So that's a classic.
Man, a rash for 26 years. That's not really good.
Yeah.
So that's the classic. It's 26 years old.
Yeah, this thing is pretty nice. 490, 498s in it. No pickup, tapping, none of that stuff. This is old school, your basic, looks like a regular 59 plain top.
Okay, quick question. You played both of them, obviously, since you got them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the sound differences with the coil tapping and everything like that. Which one would you pick if you would? Let me change that. Which one would you suggest somebody buy to have a more versatile guitar?
Well, I mean, a more versatile guitar is going to be the classic with all the the coil tapping and all that stuff. You're just going to get more sounds out of it. The thing is, with one of those guitars, you don't have to use all that stuff. Like, just leave it like this, and it's your regular 60 standard. But you have the option of all that stuff. The best part of the other one is that this tone knob is almost like a boost, like an AB boost. So no matter what your settings are here on there, if you've got it all tapped out and everything like that, you pop this one out and it basically goes bridge pickup wide open, tone wide open. So you can set everything, the way you want. So you have these nice, clean, jazzy chords and stuff. Pop that thing and it immediately goes wide open, everything wide open, no tone circuit, nothing.
WFO.
So yeah, so that's a little bit. That's obviously a way more versatile guitar. That said, I like this one better. I like the feel of this one better.
I was just going to ask you that question, and I kind of knew the answer, to be honest.
Yeah, this one feels better. I mean, there's just something to be for people that know Les Pauls. There are different years and different eras, different decades that are considered good wood eras or good quality control eras. That 19 is a return to form because that's the first year that Gibson is under new management and their quality control is way better. When Henry Juskowitz was running the company, it was hit or miss. They were doing so many stupid things.
But he almost destroyed the fucking
almost destroyed the company. Yeah, so the 19, the classic that I have, is a fantastic guitar. The difference between a 19, the difference between a classic and a standard, essentially the neck profile and the pickups. All the electronics and shit, you throw that out the window. That's just extra gravy. But the pickups here, these pickups aren't as high output as what's in the other one. The neck profile is a little different.
What's the difference between the neck profiles? Which is thicker and thinner?
This one has a thicker neck profile. This has more of a 50s neck profile, which is a little bit more round.
Yeah.
A little more baseball bat. Like the 60s one is a little more slim. And now they also do a slim taper, which is obviously slimmer on the high E side than it is on the low E.
Right.
Gibson is doing a lot more with their neck profiles, but everybody says that the good wood era is the 90s, the 90 from 90 to 96 or whatever it is. I can tell you that I have a bunch of Les Pauls. This is like top 2, top 3 in the way it feels just playing it.
Well,
it reacts the way you want a guitar to react.
Cool. What kind of tuners does it have in it?
This one has Grovers on it.
It has Grovers. Okay.
This one has Grovers. And Thrash Metal says, I know Les Paul. It's out of tune. Not this one. If you put some.
That's why I asked. A lot of them, that's one thing, a lot of low end, I should say. They go out of tune.
Here's why. Here's why they go out of tune is because you've got that
nut.
The break at the nut at the D and the G. It's always the D and the G. Usually the G string goes out of tune on it, giggity. So what you do is you take a little bit of graphite and put it in the nut so that it doesn't bind.
Giggity.
And they stay pretty much in tune as long as you keep the nut lubricated.
Giggity. And you can easily buy some graphite and put it in there. Giggity.
Or just use a pencil. Use a pencil. Use a pencil. Take a thin pencil and just go between the
ledge made of graphite, and that's a great episode from The Odd Couple. It's anybody.
So there you go. But this is a great Les Paul. I love these guitars. I've always loved these guitars, and when you get a good one, and that's the problem with Les Pauls is some of them are good. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, they're Kiesel.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
Well played.
Shots fired.
Oh, man.
And I gave Dane an Epiphone and some cash because he has an easier time selling sub $1,000 guitars than he does selling,
Yeah.
Guitar $1,000 guitars are better. So anytime he gets something that's got some good, that's going to cost 4 figures or better, he's got about a dozen guys that he calls, and I happen to be one of them. And he knows I love Les Pauls, and he actually showed. I think he showed one or both of these guitars. What?
Did he call you right there from the shop?
He called me right there from the shop. Yeah, actually, I think he showed the classic last week on the show, and he goes, "Hey, Paul, I think you're going to be interested in this." And I sat back for a day, and I'm like, "Can't buy the guitar. Can't buy the guitar. Can't buy the guitar." And I went by the shop to look at it. I went right there, right from the shop. And I went by. I go, "Well, I'm at least going to play it." So I went to the shop and I went to play it. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna give him what he wants for this," because I knew he was going to want decent money.
You played it right there from the shop too.
I played it right there in the shop. Yeah. So I figured I wasn't going to buy it. And as I put it back in the case, he goes, "Well, do you have an old guitar that you want, a cheaper guitar that you want to trade in and give me some money?" I'm like, as a matter of fact, I do. I've got the Charvel that I love, but I don't play it that much. It's the one with the caramelized neck. I don't play it that much. And the layout on it, the pickup layout, is essentially the same thing as a Gem. And I've already got a Gem. So sure, I'll give you that. So I gave him that and some cash for the classic. And then I gave him the other Epiphone and some cash for this one. And it's cool. and I love these guitars. So there's my guitar feature for the week.
Absolutely awesome.
Hey, remember when I tried to give John BL that hot Steve Steeman Clark deal on a Wolfgang?
Yeah. Unfortunately, John BL has no money, so he's a poor something.
Poor old sub.
Let's set up a treat stream. Let's set up a treat stream for John BL, but it's going to be for music.
What?
Dane,
I'm missing this one. What happened? What's going on?
Well, no, I saw Dane. This is aside the point. I saw Dane in the chat. Dane, I messaged you about that Kramer neck. So find me.
Yeah, he still has it.
Yeah, I know. But he hasn't responded to me. And then Jay,
Oh.
yes, you offered me the what was it? Your striped EVH?
No, the Japanese one for a hot Steve Clark deal.
Yeah. Well, if I have a spare few $100, I'll get
a few hundred. Oh, it wasn't that steaming of a deal.
What are you looking for, Jay? John, what's up?
No, we all know the Kramer that I bought. I need a new neck for the Kramer, and Dane.
Wait a minute. What are you drinking?
Has that been going on for like 40 years?
Wait, that's not a Sprite.
That literally that bottle of beer was brewed about 45 minutes for me. Colorado Springs. No, Golden, Colorado.
Wonderful.
Nobody gives a shit. I
guess. So
I can get a Budweiser that was brewed about 20 minutes from here. So
yeah, but every single Coors product is brewed here only. They don't have multiple.
Why does that make it better?
It does not.
Paul, you right, Paul?
Paul, are you okay?
Paul's getting chewed
let him out. Let Ace out of the cage. Let Ace out.
Paul, fight back! I know you love him, but we kill you.
Welcome back, Janice. KXM Rock. We can help you with that problem. So just spend it on something. Spend it on a guitar. You need to get that.
Jay's eyes there.
Let's try to set up a treat stream service, not for food, but for people that hey, I want to buy this
KXM Rock.
Let's set it up. What would it be called? Gear stream?
Nice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You better patent that.
Could be anything, you know. Please feel anyone listening, watching, feel free to send us anything. You know, it doesn't have to be a treat stream. You know.
Escort service for John Vio.
No, I'm all set with that.
I'll do that. I'll give my
care
address
of
for that.
God.
Right in the chat room.
I'll give you that.
I could use a pair of clean sweatpants.
Oh,
Oh.
well, you already know how to clean that.
Yes, I do. You
shared that with us as well. So.
It's a Daniel-san. Wax on, wax off.
Good advice.
Wax on, wax out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man.
8 minutes.
Imagine that. It's like you get some guy that's streaming, playing an instrument. There's a music store within 15 minutes, and he puts on his thing. Yeah, I want this Fender Strat. Next thing you know, half hour later, just shows up at his door.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Hey, badass. Badass. Okay. Does anybody here know what the Necronomicon is?
Of course I do. Klaatu Barada Nikto.
The Evil Dead.
Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Yeah.
There, I said the words.
Yeah, yeah.
Made of human flesh.
I actually have one. I have one from the movie. It's it's with a DVD. The DVD is in it.
Yeah.
DVD. Hang on.
I'll
go get my Necronomicon.
Go grab yours, and I have mine here. So.
We're gonna compare them. Whose is bigger?
Exactly.
Evil Dead, though, one of the greatest franchises in
bar none.
History.
Bar none.
Great.
Absolutely fucking.
1, 2, and Army of Darkness. I think there was another one made, but
no, those are the movies. Then you have on Showtime the series.
Is it the Evil Dead series or what is it?
It's Ash versus Evil Dead.
That's right. Yeah. I knew there was something. Yeah, but I think it ended with Army of Darkness, and then they resurrected it after that.
Yep.
But classic. That Cabin in the Woods was the original Cabin in the Woods. Like the scary haunted old rundown cabin. It was perfect.
Wait a second. Is the Cabin in the Woods? That's the one that came out 2012 or something?
I'm saying the cabin from Evil Dead.
No, I'm talking about
was an actual cabin in the woods. It was
because I thought Cabin in the Woods that was actually really cool, like a cool spin on the horror.
Yeah, there was a movie. Yeah, was it called Cabin in the Woods?
There was a movie Cabin in the Woods.
I'm talking about the cabin from the Evil Dead series.
Oh, that cabin was awesome.
That was actually supposedly that was a real rundown cabin in somewhere. Was it Georgia or something like that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, if Sam Raimi, who is the creator of it, I think that he knew the person, a college buddy or something like that had that cabin.
At least the first one. I think the second one was all done they built the set for the second one.
Oh, they had a bigger budget. Not too much bigger, but a bigger budget. Yeah.
My Necronomicon is falling apart because the rubber has dried out over the years. So it actually looks more. It actually looks more like a Book of the Dead, because all the rubber is starting to crack and die. So it's starting to look all beat up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's from the movie.
Oh, nice.
And then it's got all kinds of shit, and then the actual DVD is in there.
DVD.
Johnny, have you seen Evil Dead, Johnny?
So that's my Necronomicon. Klaatu Barada Nikto. I mean, it's not as cool as my Death to Smoochy in a body bag.
Smoochy.
The movie Kevin Death Smith. To Smoochy, one of the very underrated Edward Norton movies.
Oh, Death to Smoochy. That's right. Wow. Death to Smoochy. That's holy cow. That's all coming back to me. That was a good movie.
It's literally the Smoochy.
I gotta watch that again. That was a good movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Of course,
it's a great movie.
Have you seen Evil Dead, Johnny, or any of those?
Yeah, I saw one of them. I watched one of them on YouTube like several years back, and was laughing.
and Ash versus the Evil Dead on Stars was outstanding.
Oh, that was
really fucking funny.
Yep,
really funny.
So Paul, you're big into this, so check this shit out.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
All
yours is way more Evil Dead, Book of the Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Does yours? Can you put your hand in the front of it, like the mouth?
I wish I could, so it could take my soul, but it won't.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. Let me open this up.
Yeah, mine is a cheap. It's a cool
I
copy of the actual DVD. It's not like that. That's an actual fucking book.
Well,
the
that's
guy
bigger than the
guy
actual
that
one.
did this. This is actual. He works in Hollywood, and he does this on the side. So this is like,
Stan Winston.
say again.
Stan Winston.
Stan Winston. He's a special effects guy, like Rick Baker.
I don't know if he worked on that.
I don't. No, I don't know if that's not him.
Who's Rick Baker?
That's what I'm.
Rick Baker.
Yo, Paul is notorious of like, oh, you don't know this guy? Let me name a less known guy.
Rick Baker is more
known.
Rick Baker,
he's more known than Stan Winston.
He's one of the biggest known guys ever in fucking Hollywood. You kidding me?
Yeah, Rick Baker.
Yeah.
Rick Baker and Stan Winston are the two best. Stan Winston did the fucking the Predator.
Well, I know who Stan Winston is, but Rick Baker, I don't know.
Jay, people.
I don't know. I don't know either of those guys. I'd be scared waking up next to that book, man.
That thing's awing.
That is cool.
That's way better. Wow. That's way better than my piece of shit.
They took some time with that. Look at that.
Literally, I mean, this thing was not cheap to buy.
That is cool.
No, it doesn't look.
Look, that's exactly like the movie.
Looks like Eddie. That's Ed. Eddie.
Yeah, it is.
That's exactly like the movie.
Wow.
And the pages are all weathered the way he did it.
That is a nice prop.
Don't read that stuff. Yeah. Not that you could, but
yeah. Let's.
I'm gonna read
end the show with an incantation from the Necronomicon.
By the way, Jay, just to give you an idea, what Rick Baker has worked on: Star Wars, An American Werewolf in London, The Howling, Greystoke, 11 of Tarzan.
That Rick Baker. Okay.
Harry and the Hendersons, Coming to America, Gremlins 2, The Rocketeer, Ed Wood, Batman Forever, The Nutty Professor, Escape from L.A., Men in Black. Yeah, he's done a couple of movies that people know about.
It must be just the name. He has more of like a common name than Stan Winston, I guess.
Hellboy.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Now go back. I want to see that.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Dick Baker.
Richard, yeah.
I
know. Penis in its mouth.
Michael, where's your wife?
No, I can't show that.
I'm not gonna do it.
No.
Just so you know, mine are nowhere near as detailed. Mine sucks comparatively.
But yours is. I think yours is about the right size of the one that was in the movie. I think the one Michael's is a little bigger. Yours is more authentic.
Wait, what?
The smaller size of your book is more authentic.
I spent a lot of time looking to get this particular book.
The bigger book? You wanted the bigger book.
And your book doesn't have a movie in it. So there.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, you blow me away, Paul, all the time. No big. I'm serious.
Mine's falling apart.
The DVD.
It took a long time for me to pick out this book, and
that's awesome.
I love it.
No, that is cool. It's a
this
nice
shit was
edition.
Halloween, man. Love it.
The DVD. All right, I got to go.
All right, folks. I think we can.
No, I wanted to keep going, but it's 3:00. I gotta go.
It's 3:00 here too. So
because Ellie woke up this morning at 6:00. I went to bed at 3:00.
Oh my goodness.
That's not fun.
Venus Pinkle asked me what that tongue does. Magic, motherfucker. Magic.
Oh, where's
the tongue do?
Hold on, where's the puke?
Jay,
what's that tongue do?
Jay, you may want to consider a cocaine habit.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if you need that extra boost for the last 15 minutes of the show,
I mean, like Paul said earlier, are you with the team or not?
Or maybe a coffee around 2 a.m.
How dedicated.
How dedicated to this team are you?
Well, you're a fair weather fucking team, dude. Come on,
man.
Shows up whenever he wants to.
If you're one of us, you'll do a line.
Gobble gobble.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, everybody, we're gonna raid. There's another show that's actually on right now, so.
Oh, we are.
We're gonna do a raid. We're gonna raid.
Raid.
Guitar. What's his name? Guitar Guru.
Oh, cool.
Fender Guru.
Yeah.
Fender Guru is live right now.
I'm gonna head over to Australia.
So everybody, head to Australia. That should be the link right there. Johnny Beane raid in the chat.
You might want to watch out, slob with the butt.
Yeah. Everybody, I'm serious. Even if you just say hi,
hop in, hop in
they have like 10 people over there. So let's at least, where are we at? 68. They have 8 watching. Let's at least get them.
They have 10 thumbs up.
A few more over there.
There you go.
Jump over there.
They're great.
Before you do that, hit the thumbs up on this.
There we go. Paul's over there. Okay, yeah, keep going, because they're good dudes.
Yeah. And also, real quick, everybody in the chat room, you guys that reach out to me the last couple of weeks, thank you. If you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to get in depth, but thank you. Go ahead, Johnny. I'm sorry.
18.
Don't apologize. There you go. Whoa. Echo. Anyway.
I don't know. This is going through something. When I set up each sort of application that I use,
like they're looking at
different routines, and this one isn't really put through thing. One of the this is just a sort of standard routine that I've got here. So I would EQ it through a desk then, and you can get them to sound really amazing.
Wow.
Pink Floyd, they've got
good quality audio.
Yeah, it sounds better than this show, huh?
I don't know how that's sounding because that's going through.
Yeah, the guy has a microphone like mine.
Yeah, I know.
That's one of my go-to.
Come on,
things,
notice us. Hurry.
The one thing that stands out is the back.
Sipping over right here.
One of the first ever songs I performed. Sorry.
John B.O.
My first, when I started playing, my first school concert.
Remember when Jerry gave John B.O. that even deal on that thing, and he said, up your ass, pal.
Do a Clapton number. And then the next year, I fixed it up a little.
Come on, everybody, jump over there.
I think it was just after the violinist.
They're not going to recognize
I played Bad Love to a backing track.
Because that guy keeps talking.
And
hello in the room. Everybody,
people loved it. Yeah,
everybody say hey over there.
Well,
it's just
Christmas now.
Hey.
Which part of Bad Love is the Christmas bit? Yes.
I just got timed out.
Hey, James, if you're not aware of what's happening, Johnny Beane, he's what we call our granddaddy. If it wasn't for Johnny Beane, we wouldn't be here. We met on the Johnny Beane show, and he gave us the idea of doing our show. So he's just finished one of his shows, and he sent a few rat bags over to say hello to us. So they're all
what?
Everybody,
rat bags.
We do appreciate you jumping on board. And if I can be bold and ask you, please, if you would like to subscribe to our channel, that would help Simon and I get 1,000 subscribers. If you could subscribe before you go, we would be grateful. Thank you for jumping on board.
Hey, rat bag.
Dane Zimmerman, Neanderthal, Renus Pinkel, got Fiesta Red, Michael Smith, Johnny Beane. Guys, we've never had so many people. Don't know what to do.
Getting back to that Journeyman album.
Okay.
Dude on the bottom is like, shut up with these guys. Let's get back to business.
We just gave them 10 more people, and they want to go back to talking about whatever that was. Okay. No, that's very nice. Thank you so much, Fender Guru. That's very nice.
I'm out. I got out of their room. I'm like, all right, I'm done with you. You guys aren't talking in excess. I don't want to be part of it.
Right. AC/DC.
AC/DC, the Angels.
Midnight
Rose
Oil.
Tattoo. Rose Tattoo.
Come from the land down under.
Paul, before we go,
On B.
I don't care what subject. You can pick anything you want.
Hey, we want to thank.
No, hold on. What?
I'm just
I want to just get. I'm sorry.
What's going on?
Two guys we know that are super cool are thanking Johnny. He's the granddad of this. That's why we do it. And please subscribe. It's awesome that the guy in the bottom's like, shut up. Let's.
Well, it's their show. They don't have to acknowledge us.
Well, no, when you think about it, the people in the chat room of the guy, yeah, exactly. They're running the show saying thank you, and the one guy in the chat room saying fuck off.
Now here's the thing though. How would we react if somebody else rated our show? We'd probably be
we'd
like,
have fun with
it.
it. It'd be great.
Yeah, that's right. We're assholes.
Okay. Hold on. Here's a question. Before we go here, here's a good question. Out of any of us on the screen right now, who would be the one to cut off any kind of praise for somebody else sending their people in? Yeah.
You're saying it me?
Go fuck yourself.
I'm the one.
Go fuck you, motherfucker.
I think it's wonderful.
Go fuck yourselves.
Please
you
tune
fucking douche.
Right, can we get back to talking about how big the drum riser was?
Oh God!
Well, if you want that detailed, history and then you can come to us. But if you just want to talk general rock history,
the funny part about it is Johnny couldn't get to his mouse fast enough to isolate John.
Guess it was me.
I don't think I was done asking the question. It was already zooming in on.
Oh, I knew. I knew right away.
What was the question? I'm the one who would do what? I'm the one who would be like, let's move on.
You'd be the guy in the bottom screen.
Okay. All right,
that's fine.
Let's get back to this.
No,
Those dudes are cool over there, though.
They really. This is the weirdest, and again, I don't get to see all these shows every night, but this is the weirdest community of people where everybody, for the most part, is fairly cool. There's the occasional jackass, who's hanging in Canada. There's the occasional jacket, but for the most part, like everybody that's connected, like like you guys, McNamara, all that stuff, like everybody has a nice little community. It's a cool little thing. I just think that kind of support and positivity is fucking awesome. And even everybody in the chat that shows up on everybody's show and supports it and hangs out and talks and stuff like that. I think it's a very cool thing.
It's awesome. It's such a support. It's a support network for for musicians, for people of like-minded things, and outside of musicians too. I mean,
this is what happens when MTV stopped playing music. Music fans had to find another place to go and congregate.
For any of us, once we discovered Johnny's channel or a lot of these music channels that you can actually sit there for 2 or 3 hours and talk about classic rock, talk about metal, talk about guitars, whatever it is. It's especially for me, and I know Jay's shared his. Like when we discovered this channel, it was I am the rich content on this channel.
I'm 1,000,000% in the same boat, man. Johnny has brought more people together than I think he wants to admit or even knows.
It's a good place to be too, especially in a time when people are stressed out and dealing with some shit. It's a nice escape. You know what I mean? We stay away from.
You're right.
We stay away from a lot of the nonsense that you're seeing on Facebook and some of the other social media places. It's just a good place to go and hang out and not have to worry about what the fuck is going on around us. I think that's a positive, and I think everybody should acknowledge that and embrace it. And I think it's cool that those guys were nice enough to say hello. And we've been on a couple of different shows where we've rated some people late at night and fucked with people on Facebook and stuff. I think that's all in good fun. Shit, the world would be a better place if we could all do stuff like this instead of arguing.
100%.
Definitely.
That's 100%. And Johnny, I mean, it's true. I mean, you brought so many people fucking together that you have no. I think you have a clue, but
a lot of potty mouth people.
Thrash metal already got banned over there. He got blocked.
Did you really?
Well, I imagine once you go in there and you start scrolling, I'm sure they'll do like what we do and time us out.
Yeah, and Michael, I do have a clue when I see them using one of these things. You know, that's when I know.
That's your thing?
Yeah. Well, it was. Yeah. I mean, it was Jay. Jay introduced it, and it became. And then everybody grabbed them because we were using them. Yeah.
But the funny thing was is when I bought it and showed it on the show the first time, Johnny whipped out an Instagram post or something that he made a few years prior and said, "Dude, you got that at Target, didn't you?"
Years ago. Yeah. I played with one years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I remember when Jeff Bezos tagged Johnny saying, "Stop showing it because he can't sell enough. He can't get them enough." It was like crazy shit.
Yeah, and I'm spamming the chat with the video that Jay and I were on last week.
Well, how many views is that up to now?
Yeah, great interview, guys.
I don't know.
I have to watch that, so
not sure. Yeah, it's only 20 minutes, so it's easy to watch. And if you want to learn more about me, because I actually talk about myself a little bit, check it out. You know, so check it out. All right. Thank you, channel members. We love all of you. Where are we? Right there.
Thanks.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, look next week. Look for some channel member exclusive videos. Robert, you're welcome, man. Robert Richardson just sent me a message on Facebook. You're welcome, dude. Thank you. And yeah, look for some channel member exclusive videos next week, because I'll be stag and I'll be able to stream all day long over here. Okay. See you guys next time.
Bear.
Fuck off then.
Oh wow.
Classy.
Or classic.
It's frozen for me. We still live?
Yep.
Tick.
Yep.
Tock. Tick.
Yep. Okay.
Tock.
Balls.
Yeah, follow me on TikTok. I love TikTok. It's great over there, man. It's actually, there's a lot of really fun stuff.
Not gonna follow you.